Recording.
Okay, great.
Talking
Justin,
about
you're
torture.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What's this place called? Pennsylvania.
See, here's the thing.
You
God.
said
Pennsylvania is like a thing with like fucking
Uh,
Quakers, so I guess it ties in with the Jesus Christ being canon to like this universe.
I mean, I
Anyhow,
mean, Ike was talking about adding some more territories up to the north, so theoretically we could add a Pennsylvania to Sihonavan.
no,
No.
no,
it would be
no.
attached to the Styx blinds, if anything, if we're going to the north.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, last time we left off, you
Hattie's from
guys were
Pennsylvania, guys.
shut up.
That makes a lot of sense.
Justin, shut up. Um, last time we left off, you guys were on day 2 of your 3-leg journey to get to Glass Village, to then meet your contact and go into Glass Forest so you can enter the Beastlands and retrieve the Orb of Dragonkind, item of Maleki, from this domain. On the way there, you did some things. You mostly talked to each other. Till and Leto had a friendly spar that ended in drama because a certain Mr. Smithson, sorry, Sir Smithson, cast Phantasmal Killer, and Till saw one of his worst nightmares brought to life right in front of him. So there was some talking about that. Um, there were many a watch had about the nature of Addie's Gem of Truth scene, about Till's relationship with his mom, and a conversation about whether Henri fucked Anne Black Pearl or not. Um, and Penny and Leto also had their own conversation, discussing cricket a little bit, and also the best ways to kill Henri. Which Leto was like, "Hey, if you want to do that, sure, but keep me out of it. Don't implicate me. That's none of my business." And Ember and Penny also had their own conversation, talking about how everything that Penny went through in the temple at the hands of the priests and the priestesses, the archbishops, etc., was extremely unfair to her. She wasn't allowed to laugh or cry, and she said in her own words that she learned to be quiet faster because that meant less yelling, less meanness coming from those entrusted to her care. So a bunch of very hard conversations all around. There was even a dog that Henri woke Ember up for, and Ember was like, "No, it's just a dog," because everyone was feeling a little, nervous about being so close to Glass Forest. But I'm sure nothing bad will happen, right, guys? Right? I wouldn't do anything like that to you.
I think something bad already
Never.
happened, bro.
What kind of person do you take me for to just
Hmm.
unnecessarily cause you guys trauma? Like, hello. Um, and Blackfur also responded to Till's message that got sent to voicemail, kind of, which was just reiterating that she would see him at the winter solstice ball. Ominous. Am I missing anything? I did listen to the last time session. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. There wasn't any combat. There wasn't really
Yeah, I mean,
much.
did you mention that Penny and Leto had a conversation where Penny definitely gave away that she wants to kill Henri and Leto just chose to stay in his lane?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did. I did say that. Leto was like, if you kill Henri, fine. But you didn't
Don't
hear
bring
any
me
of
into
that
it.
advice from me. Yeah, I have a
Mm.
job to do. And that's kind of where we picked up off. Um the last watch passed, and it is the morning of the 3rd day, and by nightfall you guys should arrive in Glass Village. Anything in particular you guys are doing um this morning? Any rituals you need to uphold, any conversations you want to have, etc., etc.?
I think probably since the first time since of Oril was the one who helped Ember. It's a very informal, but Ember does like a little not really prayer, but just a sort of like, hey, you're the god of travelers. Please, please, dear God, I could use some like a little bit of help in traveling through the last forest. Whether or
Yeah,
not she
I
gets
will
an
keep a
answer,
note of that.
she's
Yeah.
noticeably very tense.
Yeah, I also forgot to mention this last session, but Ember, you're pretty observant.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So I do want you to know that you notice that, just offhandedly. So most people in Sihonavan do display their allegiance or their belief in a certain god through certain um rituals, certain mannerisms, certain ways that they talk, um accessories, like Maestra and Salune, for example. You noticed that Leto, he's in his civilian clothes basically. He still has his sword in his holster, of course. He doesn't seem to have anything. You haven't seen any um jewelry on him denoting his his belief in Maestra. Um, no ways that you've seen his spell work. Doesn't really seem like he's a follower of Azuth. And you've seen his morning rituals and his way of talking and speaking to people, and it doesn't seem like he actually follows any god in particular.
Ember does note
He
that.
has
Ember notes
he
that,
seems
but
to just have
doesn't.
nothing.
Yeah, she doesn't. She notes that, but doesn't judge. That isn't like. I'm sure she's encountered other people like that in her travels. That it's maybe a little odd, but otherwise doesn't question it immediately.
Yeah, I mean, like, y'all been hanging around Henri. He doesn't do he
Yeah,
the guy does not
very.
like the gods either, so.
Yeah. But it is. I do want to know that she hasn't really been beyond the platinum crescent that she carries. Hasn't really been much with Selune, especially after the shenanigans where Selune sent her after Henri without telling her. He
Yeah,
hasn't been really like showing much deference to other than still carrying around the platinum crescent.
yeah, that's no
Fuck her.
problem. Just went to
What?
You good?
Everything
Did you
okay?
catch a fly?
I think he just chose that
No.
moment to make a statement about Selune.
Yeah, I'm just talking about Selene. My bad. Carry on.
I thought you just like stubbed your
Anyway.
toe or something. Like
Every time she crosses my mind, it does feel that way. What can I say?
Yeah, it's going to feel that way. You take 1 point of radiant damage.
Well, the
I'm sorry,
perfectly
Amber,
cut.
always the cut off.
I need to commission a thing of Henri, but as the Ash Baby. So every time I take radiant damage, I can just drop the Ash Baby.
Oh my god.
Anyway. Yeah, so you kind of noticed that offhand over the last couple of days. Justin, I'm gonna fucking kill you. What the fuck?
I meant to just put in the Ash Baby, but I guess this is a K-pop version or something.
What?
What the fuck? I kind of hate that. Could that be
Yeah.
deleted?
I'll delete it.
Thank you.
Before it's deleted, wait, I want to see it. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Oh.
It's
already
gone.
Can't put it back in.
What do you hate, the Ash Baby or the K-pop?
The Ash Baby. I don't. It just.
If it's okay, may I see it very quickly and then it get deleted again? Actually,
sure,
Justin,
yeah.
just send it to me.
Oh yeah, okay. Carry on.
Anyway, you send off a little prayer to Aril. And you don't feel anything, but you also didn't really expect to all that much.
Yeah,
But
it was sort of like
it does make you feel a little better.
yeah, it's at this moment of time like Ember's tense, on edge.
I fucking hate that.
Never seen an
And
Ash baby before.
I haven't.
tense, on edge, and at this point is like, fuck it, it can't hurt, even if it doesn't help.
Exactly. So yeah, you pop off a quick one to Auril, makes you feel better even if you don't get any response. Is there anything anyone else is doing this fine morning? It is the skies have cleared up a little bit, which is to say it's not raining, but it is overcast. Looks like there's going to be a
Uh,
promise of rain.
Ike, if you look in your DMs, I believe I sent you a stealth check and an attack roll, which I do believe beats Henri's AC. I'm kidding.
I was just about to
What?
cry.
I was like, oh shit, did I miss
Damn.
something?
Mine and Jed's food is here, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
Imagine if I did that though.
Imagine
Henri
when you
can't be
started saying that.
surprised.
Oh yeah, right. That's right. Even I forget about that
If you'll
sometimes.
check your DMs, I sent you 2 rolls.
You know what, Penny, Leto does approach you as you guys are gathered around the fire eating your breakfast, cooked by Henri, of course. He does say, I do have a question, Penny.
Is you're going to just start off with a question? Oh, hello or good morning?
Yes, how rude of me. Sometimes I do forget my manners. Good morning, Penny. How did you sleep?
Well, okay, I guess.
Was there something amiss during the night? Did you have a nightmare? Cricket is a little bit prone to them.
It could be a nightmare, it could be just the wind.
Sure. Anyway, back to my question. Um, it is in relation to cricket. I'm sorry that I bring them up so much, but how did you two get to be such good friends? It took months for cricket to even remotely warm up to me.
Well, I believe it may be partly because of our mutual childhood tragedies. You know, they were taken from their home, and I lost my father, and perhaps we could bond over that. Also, we are somewhat of social recluses for various reasons, kept
Oh
hidden
yes,
away from society.
I know about the social recluse part of cricket. I'm sorry that you also had to go through the same thing
Well, it's not your fault, so why are you apologizing?
because it's sad.
I didn't think so. It was just my life.
That okay. Um, well, no matter how it came about of you two being friends, I just want to say thank you for taking your time to get to know Cricket better. They're a very dear friend of mine, and I'm glad that they're making friends a little bit better than I at least have.
It's no problem at all. Did you attempt to approach them as if you were some big, overbearing guard?
Oh, not in the least. Um, I we hardly talked when I first got assigned to them. Um, Cricket wasn't ever afraid of me. I just they didn't know how to approach me, and I wasn't sure how to approach them.
Did you think maybe
It was
there might
a
have been a language barrier?
oh no, Cricket spoke
Jen's
common.
just about coming back. Did we miss anything important?
No, we're just talking about Cricket and Lita.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no, Cricket spoke common just fine when they arrived here on the Arborset Peninsula.
Okay, I'm
Maybe
back.
they were self-conscious about it.
I'll have to ask. Nowadays, Cricket is rather forthcoming with things, with concerns and speaking their mind, and I'm the same way with them.
Because you trust each other.
And Lito just kind of gives like a gentle smile, and he says, "We do."
Do you love each other? Not
Uh,
like that, I
yes.
mean, like family.
I would say on my end, yes. I haven't exactly asked Cricket their feelings on the matter, but I do see them as a family member, whom of which I cherish, which it's been the first of that in a very long time for me. I don't really have much family else to speak of anymore.
I think they feel the same way about you.
Oh, well, that's a relief to hear at the very least.
You know, you may be the very reason Cricket was so quick to open up to me.
Oh,
You taught them how to trust
I,
someone again.
um, I suppose. If that's the case, I am a bit flattered. Uh, and, well, they know that they have my gratitude at any given point. But there's nothing wrong with reiterating it, I suppose. And they seemed so worried when I told them I was coming here. No matter. Um, Thank you for the talk, Penny.
I know they're nervous about you being around Addie.
And Leto, Addie, I'm not sure what you're doing, but Leto does cut a quick glance at you, Addie, from like across like the fire, um, and quickly glances back to Penny and says, "Yes, Addie is not particularly Cricket's favorite person. Far from it, and they don't want me around Addie or associating with her or being in her presence. The list goes on. We have discussed this many times, and I Cricket is not inclined to change their mind about their opinions on Addie, and I'm not inclined to particularly make them change their mind.
You know why,
No
don't
offense
you?
to Addie, of course. No offense to Addie, of course. But anything to keep Cricket happy, I suppose. Know why? I do know why.
Okay. As long as you know why Cricket has set those boundaries.
I do. Um, Cricket kind of told me before I departed with you all.
Did it change anything from what you were expecting?
For Addie? Or in general?
How about Addie?
I told Cricket I would reserve my judgment. I trust them, of course, about their fears and their anxieties. However, they know that Addie has not done anything to me and has not done anything to them. So until she proves that she is unscrupulous, until she proves that she is not to be trusted, I um simply have to reserve my judgment until I get more evidence.
Of course.
But looks like everyone else is thank you for the talk, Penny. Um
Mhm.
I'll be sure when we get back from the Beastlands. When I get back from Greycrest, sorry. When I get back from Greycrest, I'll be sure to talk to Cricket a little bit more.
I'm sure they would appreciate it.
From what you told me, I'm sure they would. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this whole time Penny was just like had like a small kitchen knife and was just cleaning out her fingernails. Didn't
Oh
once
my
make eye
god.
contact
What
with
the fuck?
with
No,
Leto.
please. Girl. That's
We
not
get that
Leto
kitchen
does
knife
not
back.
seem Leto does not seem any less or any more perturbed. Just
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I waited till
but
the
He
end
seems
to say that because
very
I knew Leto wouldn't be. He's
yeah,
used to the
Leto
cricket.
seems
But
very nonchalant. Seems very nonchalant and also very hands-on.
everyone's just watching Penny have this conversation with Leto, and she's just picking at her fingernails.
I think you
Unbothered.
say you don't know what Addie was doing. I think Addie, after sort of cleaning up, was just prepping her spells for the day. I think anytime either of them mentioned Addie's name, she would like sneeze. But like that
Bill's just next
just
to Addie, being like, I can't believe you have to prepare your spells. Don't you just have them innately
oh
known
fuck.
to you?
Fucking sorceress.
Does anyone have any allergy medicine? Oh god, my face.
I think you're allergic to your spells.
I'm not. Till I'm gonna
I-
kill you.
I think you're allergic to your paper.
I'm
Addie,
not.
did you lose your accent?
Oh, I didn't do it in Addie's accent. Damn. I think it's because I was in hello mode not too long ago.
Probably.
Just imagine that was in Addie's accent. No, I'm. Oh god, fine. Ugh, god, I hate this time of year. I'm fine.
Oh,
The
there's
rain,
rain everywhere.
the rain does stir up a lot of the pollen when it isn't raining.
Yes, exactly, Penny. Or something to that nature. I don't know. I don't question it.
I don't know. I haven't been outside a lot.
I can tell. Sorry. Sorry, that was mean.
It was terribly rude, but I'll get by. No,
No, that is deserved.
This sun is actually burning my skin off currently.
I'm actually extremely emotionally damaged inside, but it'll be okay. Just remember to stay happy.
Oh gosh.
Anyone doing anything else?
Bill is trying to make breakfast again.
Oh my god! Are you helping Henry?
Sure.
Oh yeah. I love when Till puts in the effort. Okay, I think Henry's pretty hands off. Let's Till do his thing. See how
Oh
it turns out.
god.
Gives him an eye every once in a while to be like, move your knife 2 inches this way so you don't cut off your thumb or some shit like that. Yeah, be careful. Hey, I think for once in the morning, if Till's taking the initiative, I
If
think
Till's
Henry.
taking the initiative, it might not go well, but Till's taking the initiative.
All right, I think Henry's gonna let Till take the lead on breakfast this morning and just play support pretty much. See how it goes.
The sous chef to Till's chef.
Exactly. Pick it up.
What do I need to roll to see how bad this breakfast goes?
Shit. Hold on.
See.
There
What do you
should be
I
a
love.
cooking skill check.
I feel like
There should be.
depending on how in his head about it Till Till is about it, it's either wisdom or intelligence or dex.
Till is
Probably the
overthinking.
funniest though.
I think then that might be like intelligence.
Yeah, that'd
Or
be intelligence.
Okay, but would it be wisdom? Because I'm trying to stay out of my head, or is it intelligence because
I
Guess it depends
I
on
would
how
say
Till's feeling right now.
either do a intelligence roll with disadvantage since you're in your head, or do wisdom straight.
I'll take the intelligence at disadvantage. Wow, that's a 5.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
I rolled a
Fuck it
3
up.
and an 18.
By the way, what is Till making this morning?
Oatmeal. Trying
Oh.
to.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It
Yeah.
might be poison.
So you're trying to make the oatmeal, trying to remember the steps that Henri gave you, but you don't remember whether it was like um how many cups it was. So the oatmeal comes out really, really soupy. You overshoot the water thinking about it too much. Trying to I think you get oatmeal and rice mixed up is the
Oh
problem.
shit.
And you put in too much water thinking the oatmeal will soak up the water like rice does, but that isn't what happens, and you just kind of fuck up the oatmeal. You do put like
At
some
least it's
nice.
not poison. At least it isn't
Yeah,
poison.
you do try to put like some seasonings in there, but it just comes out kind of bland and gross just because of how much water is in it, and you accidentally like mistake the salt for the sugar before you
Ah shit.
realize, and you put in more sugar to overcompensate for that, and it just turns out bad.
Rip.
Oh.
Ripperoni.
There's always next time, Till. A kingdom wasn't built in a day, after all.
If anything, this is quite an improvement since the first time you made oatmeal when you caused a fire.
I'm sorry. Now you guys don't have breakfast yet.
Eh. I'm still deciding what spells I want, so I have, well, all the time in the world till I've decided which spells I want for the day.
We're pretty close to town. I'm sure we can pick up a snack or two.
I wouldn't say
Yeah,
no
if you
to
guys
that.
want to go to the settlement near the river, you can.
I think Henry, to show Till that it isn't as bad as he thinks it is, he's gonna try to eat the whole bowl.
Ooh.
Henri, no.
A Penny in the corner. Oh no, Henri, just do it.
So yeah,
Oh,
Henry
no,
eats the
Henri,
bowl.
stop. Don't do it. Great. Now Penny's got to save Henri.
I also think Ember, who's very much like in her own head at this moment, isn't even really registering the conversation and just grabs a bowl.
Oh
Are they
Oh,
so in
no.
their head
Can
that they start
can
eating it and not
can
notice how
Addie
bad
just
it
like
is?
quickly just put her hand over the bowl?
Still sits at
Over
it like
Ember's
this
bowl.
fucking cry and it's just like starts tearing up again.
It's like,
Penny Oh, if there's any sugar, Penny's gonna add a little bit of sugar to it and make it into a sweet porridge.
There's already sugar.
There's already so much sugar in it.
Oh.
Oh,
Can I ask, is there anything I can roll as Henry to try to jazz up this meal? Not only to save the dish, but also to show Till that there isn't always a point of no return when it comes to food.
You
It's
can
just
make me
cinching.
the same type of check.
Which was
Uh, will not be you can make either an intelligence or wisdom. It won't be at disadvantage since
okay.
you know what you're doing.
All right. Okay. Think I'll
Not that
bring.
Till doesn't know what they're doing,
Mm.
but they
And
kind
they
of
just
fucked
mix
up.
some ingredients up. That's fine. It happens. I've done the same shit even in fucking real life, to be honest. Um, let's see here, like mistaking teaspoons and tablespoons. That's a something I've done before. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I bring Till
Oh,
over. He's like,
and honestly,
tell him that's fine. That we could still fix this up. I think I'm gonna do intelligence because I have pretty good intelligence. And let's see what I roll here. Okay, all right. I got a 17 plus 3. So that's a 20.
okay. So you always have your gear on you. You know how to flip a recipe on its
Gangnam style.
side. Danny sucks at cooking.
Oh
There has
yeah.
been many a time that she has fucked up oatmeal, and you are prepared. So you bust out your handy dandy strainer that you keep on you, going full
Can't leave home
Senshi
without it.
mode.
Classical.
Exactly. Going full Senshi mode. And uh you strain out some of the water, you get some cinnamon and cloves,
Mm-hmm.
you uh cook the fire you burn the fire down low so it's like a slow continuous burn, and draining out a lot of the water seemed to help. And um you add in like some aromatics, some some cinnamon sticks,
Oh yeah.
a
Probably little bits of fruit for some natural sweetness.
yeah, there we go, like fruit. You even like have a stash of like brown sugar and this handy dandy new shit that's in town called maple syrup. I don't even know what the fuck maple is, but by God, are you using it? Um, and you manage in the span of 20 minutes make this soupy oatmeal into a fairly decent porridge.
Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. So yeah,
You,
yeah. I
yeah,
think.
you use like some local roots and mushrooms and stuff. It's pretty good.
Mhm. So yeah, I think it's just a thing of Henry showing Till step by step how he saves it. Not necessarily like I'm just adding in a whole bunch of stuff. It's more like, all right, taste it now. All right, this is missing this, so we're gonna add this now. Let's taste it again. All right, we can probably elevate it doing this. It's still a little wet. Let's strain it. Let's bring up the heat. That kind of thing. Until it gets to a point that they both like, more or less. Just to
Yeah,
show
you
Till
have some
that
honey
it
in
isn't
there.
over.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Then serve it out to the homies. Henry and Till fusion.
Fusion cuisine.
Fusion cuisine. Port Town meets Amos.
Ooh, make that a food truck.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Imagine that's where Till ends up. He ends up opening up a fucking wagon truck. A food wagon, sorry.
Wait, it was probably the first one of its kind. I don't think. Maybe they're in Emerald City, like this new thing called like wagon trucks or some shit like that. I don't know.
Food wagons.
Food
Or
wagons.
maybe
Food
Yeah,
or
food
maybe
wagons.
wagons.
somebody in the caravans had is like, trust me
Oh my
guys, it'll go
god, yeah.
big.
Oh, yeah.
Makes so much money.
Guy trying to start it up.
There's
That's so
probably
funny.
that one like food wagon in the caravans, and they make absolute bank every time they stop in like a major city or town, and 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 people did not believe in them at first. Like fucking Voltaris and Tommy and Saffron were like, "You need to actually do a job here." But they see how much money they're raking in, and they're like, "Carry on."
I'm gonna say it now. If we have an
Like
extended
everyone
long
else.
rest, Henry and Till are gonna start a food wagon and spend that for like food.
I like to imagine that everyone outside of the caravan just fully assumes that caravan wagon is like just a thing with them, giving room for Till and Henri to come in with a first like widespread food wagon.
Oh yeah, food wagon.
First
They make
chain
it into a
restaurant.
chain.
Until we got to
Yeah.
find out a name for the food wagon. I mean, Arson, we got to find out a name for the food wagon.
The Red Storm Traveling Restaurant.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you were
Oh
so quick
yeah.
with
Pretty
that.
good.
That was pretty good.
Someone put that in the game. But you guys eat your breakfast, flip the breakfast, distribute second breakfast, feed the griffins, water them up, um, everything like that. And if no one else is doing anything,
Mm-mm.
That's it
nobody.
for now.
Okay, so you can saddle up, break camp, saddle up, and continue to Glass Village.
Going down to Glass Village.
During the process of you guys doing all of this, it has started to drizzle again. I'm rolling for these, and it's just like, damn, the weather hates you guys today.
Phil's just fucking going, no, denied, get fucked. Fuck you,
Yeah.
rain.
It's not raining hard, but it is windy and cold and wet up in the air. But Till kind of, um water bending the rain out the way makes it better. Anything you guys are doing in the air?
Before we go up, I probably like pat Till on the shoulder and just very earnestly say, "Truly, God's bless you, Till, for that trick. It is a lifesaver."
I give a kind of awkward thumbs up.
And he probably doesn't notice the thumbs up. Probably just very like pat pat keeps walking.
Keeps flying.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
What are we doing? No? Are we taking those
Probably
into the
just eating
Beastlands with
them?
us?
I mean, it would be probably smart to.
So we're not walking on foot.
Would it or would it be best to leave
Westward.
them at Glass Village?
It might be best to leave them at Glass Village.
I don't really want to bring and full of
Yeah, they'd get eaten.
It could make us an even larger target than we already may be.
This is true, and I already do have a hard time. Hold on. I don't think I could fit all the griffins in my tiny hut, so let me check.
Yeah,
For
you
for
could
the
not.
most part, for the most part, whenever you do tiny hut, the griffins have to stay out of it. At least like 2 or 3 of them, just because
Yeah.
tiny hut is not that big.
It's a 10
9
foot
creatures of
radius?
medium size or smaller, so yeah, no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to keep them safe if we did bring them with us. And I imagine the Griffin Master, Falconer. I'm not entirely sure who takes care of the griffins. Would not be terribly pleased with us if we returned without their birds.
Yeah. I mean, be be able to be able to trust you, Leto, to look after them. Staying
He's
Really?
going forward.
right.
He's going beyond
Right.
to Raycrest.
Hi, baby.
I forgot about that.
Maybe Henri has some family in town who can look after them.
Henri or Mavis?
Who's Mavis?
Same thing.
Oh, right.
I think. Oh wait, DM. I think the last time we talked about it, there's not really. Are there any steel dudes in town besides Jer
Jeremy.
Bear?
Um,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
I want to see this train wreck so bad.
oh my
Y'all don't even
God.
know.
I don't think there's when we did Mavis's session 0. I think she was pretty much the only steel do in town, right?
At the time,
No.
yes, but it has
Mhm.
been a
Yeah,
couple
that.
weeks, if not months. So
Mhm.
people might have come for a
Yeah.
visit.
We did joke
and then
around about.
stayed around.
We did joke around about Jeremy squatting in her house, but Henry would not know that, so he would just have to go off the family he does know in Glass Village. Which, if that is the case, there is none. Then Henry would just say, "No. As far as I'm
But
aware,
it's probably like no other steel dudes live in Glass Forest, but like Mavis had enough kids and grandkids that there's always someone coming every other week to visit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even if
But
she's not there, someone's
Even if
looking after the house.
yeah.
I mean, is anybody still coming up, even if Mavis isn't in the village, though?
I mean,
Yeah,
someone's house
people are.
sitting.
Yeah, someone's house sitting.
Oh, okay.
Someone
All right.
is definitely house sitting.
All right. I guess
At the
Henry would
very
say,
least.
I guess we just have to stop by Mavis's place and see if anybody's there.
Are we really going to trust civilians to take care of griffins? That just seems unwise,
Well,
dangerous.
I can't. All right. We leave them in the stables then? Are they better fit? There's
I don't think
stables.
there is.
I mean, we're gonna have to leave them with someone, and we might as well like we're gonna have to.
It'll be a nice learning
What if one
experience
of the
for them.
griffins eats like a child or something? I
And
don't
they'll
want that
bill
on
it
my
to
head.
the archmage.
Yeah, I'm sure the insurance will cover it. It's whatever.
Yes, insurance will definitely cover the loss of a
Honestly,
child in one's
if any,
heart.
if anything, the kid probably had it coming. If they're so close, the Griffin's probably bothering him or something.
Henry.
Are we just glossing over what Penny just said?
What did Petty say? Sorry.
First of all, I love the idea of that happening in character.
Yeah.
And Ember just turning to look at Penny while on the Griffins, and is looking at everyone else like, so we're just going to gloss over that?
What did Penny actually say though?
It was like something is like, yes, insurance will definitely cover the loss of a child in a parent's heart.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my mom would be fine if she got a payout.
Your mother is an outlier and should not be counted.
And Georg.
Let's just get to the village. We'll scout out our options.
Very well.
Yeah. On the back of the Griffins, Leto does come up to you, Addie, kind of like flying next to you, as much as the wingspan will allow, and says, Champion Addie, I did want to ask, was there any more information on the person who committed those crimes?
Was there,
From the
God? It's
guild.
been so long.
Oh boy. Fuck.
Like, there was a
Let me
name?
put my. Yeah, there was Zoticus Aurora. That was the name that was used. Wanted for
Lots of things.
murder.
Marcus level laundry list.
No, it was like 5 things: murder, perjury,
Identity theft.
identity theft,
Arson.
and no, not arson, and conspiracy. I think.
Arson
And I
isn't a
think
crime in this
treason?
world, confirmed. No.
May I roll
But
a
it was
history check to see if
yes.
there is anything else? And since this is, I assume, within the last month, my keen mind would, Oh no, wait. Wait, you can accurately recall anything you've seen or heard within the past month. Has it been within the past month?
It's been within the past month.
What do I know? What do I know? What can I tell this man?
Whose name is Leto?
My friend
Let's
Vito.
see. What can you tell Leto? There wasn't much information, unfortunately. It was definitely his face, and definitely those crimes. Conspiracy? No, not conspiracy. Treason, perjury, murder, treason, identity theft. Did I say treason twice?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Whoops. Anyway, it was that important.
Treason squared.
Yeah.
2 counts of treason.
Yeah, and Leto was one this Zoticus Aurora person, sorry, not Leto, was wanted alive in Greycrest. You're not exactly sure why, because most people prefer their quarries either dead or alive, it doesn't matter. But oh, there's something you would know. Hold on.
Hey, Ike, this wouldn't happen to be a friend of mine. Wink, wink, would it?
Nope.
Okay, just wondering.
A certain friend of yours will be relevant at some point before the arc ends.
Okay.
Perhaps at a certain festive
Oh God. Oh
day.
no.
No.
No. No, I
What
don't
is
want
it?
her there. No. Okay. God.
Uh, let's see. Claudius.
Vanderbeek.
Flowers. Um, Clarets. Where is it? Where is it? Did I ever give him a name? Fuck. Hold on. Let me get a notebook. I think it's in there. That's one thing I forgot. Freaking notebook. I'll be right back.
Nothing like zooming out on a piece of art and then remembering that you left out the background and now it just looked weird.
Hey, give me 1 second. And also, I think it might be in. Oh, would that be in our private chat, Kate, or would that be in our DMs? Hold on.
Back.
Oh, I think
Um,
I think that one might be in DMs. If
yeah,
what
that
I
should.
think if what you're looking for is what I think you're looking for.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I don't think I ever gave him a name. Interesting. That was a misplay on my part because he's a little bit relevant. Um, Let me just check my notebook really quick. And this fucking notebook's falling apart. Fun. Uh, Henry's, Henry's wife. Gods and goddesses. Ariel. Artifacts. Where are they? Um, Was it in here? No, it wasn't in here. Damn it. Here we go. Should be right in here. Where is Leto? Relevant NPCs, page 21. Here we go. Crickets. Eridonis. Leto. Okay. Okay. Earnest and loyal. Okay. Okay. Right. I did not give this person a name. All right. So, whoops. That is a misplay on my part. So person who let me go into fantasy name generators really quick.
Fantasy name generator.
Yeah, and I need to get okay, I don't know why that popped up.
Okay, I'm back.
Pop culture. Nothing has happened. I found out that I didn't give the person who I'm about to name a name. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Hold on, let me write that down. Do I have it in my notes? Do I have a sticky note here? I do. Never mind, I don't have a sticky notes. Here we go. What's this? Got some notes too. So, Brady, you would know that the person who put this bounty on Zoticus Aurora is actually was this hit was put on by a elf by the name of Miralanus Aurora.
Okay.
Miranellis, not Miralanus.
How do you spell that?
I will put it in chat right now.
Mother? Sister? Cousin?
Sibling? Who knows?
Lover.
Yo, thank God you said it, Orson.
I will
Someone
put it
had to.
in NPCs or no, I can go into general notes.
I think NPCs.
All three
'cause
at
I'm
once?
also-
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
three at
An
once.
Oedipus complex.
Not to make
Oh,
this, not to
no.
make
Not what
this
we need.
fucking bad.
Gotta make it Alabama.
Telenovela type shit. Let's go.
Hey, it's just an Oedipus complex. We all go through it.
Yeah.
What?
You've never heard of the Oedipus complex?
No, just the part where you
You-
said we all go through it.
We most certainly do not.
Hey, I go through it every time I play Cards Against Humanity.
God, this is deeply cursed. Block,
Oedipus
block,
complex.
block.
Kiss tested,
None of
mother
you are
of
free
Rue.
from sin.
I'm free from sin. I'm not with this.
You facilitated this
I did not.
by giving this character
You were
the
guilty by
same last
association.
name.
I am not guilty by association. Shut your
Yeah,
whore
you are.
mouths.
I have ordained thee guilty
Wow.
by association. The gays have spoken.
Are you gonna disagree with the gays during Pride Month?
That's pretty
Yeah,
homophobic,
that's me.
bold words coming from a cishet man.
Excuse me.
I think
know
that's
you
the
did not just
greatest.
call me cishet.
That's
I
the
know
greatest
you did
crime
not
of
just
all.
call me cishet in my own server. No, banish
And
me.
on your
Most good
birthday
Christian
too.
server.
Try me, bitch.
Damn, I can't believe you're being
Dare you.
homophobic in the Christian server, cis het man.
Yeah, we're all gonna get
I
banished
said
to
to
the Shadow
Shadowrun.
Realm.
Never seen anything
Oh,
from Shadow
no.
Realm before.
Oh, it's deteriorated so much faster than I anticipated.
How dare you?
I can't help but feel slightly responsible for the chaos that has been created.
No, I'll take the blame for this by saying all three at once.
So okay, but I don't know their potential relation to Zotikos.
Nope. Just
Okay.
that this elf Marinellus seemed to be the one to put it out.
Okay. Um,
You put it
I
out?
open my mouth and the words of God come out, and I tell Leto this.
Leto looks at you, and his face is blank. And after a long moment, he says, "I see.
Check. I want to know this.
Want to
if
do an
she's
insight
lying.
check?"
Yeah. You say he has a
Okay.
blank face? Oh, wait, I could use Addy Dice.
God,
Addy Dice, Addy Dice,
I was
Addy
paying
Dice, Addy
attention to
Dice.
this conversation, Ember would as well. But Ember is not.
Plus 2, dirty 20.
Okay. All right. Let me roll something really quick.
Come back there, noodle. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay.
So if you're gonna come back here, Noodle, nom nom.
You can't. Leto looks like he's just, I guess, a little surprised. Other than surprise, there's nothing that you can particularly see that's concerning.
Hmm.
It's just a guy. Hit him with your car.
Text it out.
I think I would reiterate, to Leto to be wary of Marjorie and Lilith, especially. And I would describe them. The twin terrors, not necessarily twin, but the weird hate fuck terrors of the Argosite
Yeah.
Peninsula. But just also be aware that other less reputable bounty hunters guilds may have also gotten this bounty. So he may be hiding from a lot of fucking people in Greycrest.
Leto, you say that, and Leto, um, his face darkens a little bit, and he says, "Don't worry about me. I can more than handle myself. Maybe not against this Marjorie and Lilith person together, but the scumbags in Greycrest. I think I have a handle on."
Hold on, I'm eating, sorry.
You're good.
Honestly, I have no doubt you can handle those in Greycrest. In fact, I think you can handle Marjorie and Lilith quite easily. It's the skill set in trying to figure out how to break a person is what makes them so successful. Be prepared for that. And I hope you have some sort of proof of identification on you. Something that is not easily stolen or replicated. That would be my only advice.
I have something of the sort. And Leto does not elaborate on that.
I don't ask. Not my circus, not my monkey.
That's how Leto feels about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I thought Leto and Penny
Smart.
were being friends.
Yeah.
I thought Penny was
Listen,
joining
we
the
are.
crickets.
Friend is such a strong word with so many connotations attached to it.
Listen, Leto already said that he does not make friends easily. Have you ever seen him hanging around anyone other than Cricket? And this man eats alone at the mess hall.
B?
I mean,
Other than
he
Ember.
voluntarily walked up to Penny, so I think he and Penny are friends.
It's more like Leto recognizes that Penny is Cricket's friend, and is like, if I don't at least make an effort, Cricket will scold me like a child, and I'm not going through that.
Again. I like how we both said again.
Again.
Anyway.
Because he wouldn't say it
You-
like that if it hadn't happened at least once.
Anyway, you guys are flying. You're rolling on the river.
Like an eagle.
Metaphorically.
I need to put my food away, but I'm trapped by a cat.
Anyway, if no one else is doing anything, no other conversations to be had.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
The
Not for
flight
me.
to the flight to Glass Forest is pretty uneventful, other than the scant conversations. The rain has its moments where it lets up and then it comes down again and then it's drizzling. Nothing heavier than a drizzle. And the temperature for the rainy season, temperature for pretty much the entire year is passably humid.
Ugh.
It's just on the verge of being extremely uncomfortable, but up in the air, it's lessened a lot.
God, it's just Florida. Okay.
It's just hot.
Y'all,
Disgusting.
are we Florida man?
No.
No, I refuse.
No.
Okay.
Henri
And
is.
Henri is definitely Florida man.
Yeah,
Florida
Henri. Henri's a pretty good Florida man.
anyway, by the time the sun starts to set, a little bit darker than it probably would be, given that it's overcast, you guys get to Glass Village. You see it on the horizon, the distant trees that denotate the forest, and the pinpricks of light of lanterns and fireplaces roaring inside of hearths and homes. And Henri, you being the most familiar, I would say, with Glass Village and the occupants and where Mavis's house is, take point, and you lead everybody down to the hold on,
I think Ember would
down
be
to
pretty
the
familiar with everything too,
No.
right?
No.
yeah,
Oh.
you and him. No,
Ember
No,
has
okay,
not
alright.
been to Glass
Oh,
Village in
okay.
years.
Just in the surrounding area, more or less, due to everything,
Yeah.
right?
Like the
Okay.
farthest north she's gone at this point is Port Town, is the farthest she was willing to go before she risked getting anywhere near Glass Forest.
Good to know. All right. Just curious.
yeah. So Emperor, I imagine with that, you're all the way in the back, kind of trying to lag behind.
Yeah.
But champion duties, Your Honor, as much as you probably want to turn tail, you know that that's not really an option for you.
Yeah.
I think
But
Penny's kind of hanging towards the back. Not like as far back as Ember, but like probably like the next one ahead of her. Just kind of hanging around, kind of looking back every once in a while with a slightly creepy smile. Slightly creepy but genuine smile.
Jeez.
It's like, you've got this.
Making sure Ember doesn't get jumped or something.
It
Yeah.
kind of sounds like you're bringing more attention to Ember because now they're all looking at you, and Ember's right next to Penny.
Ember does appreciate it though, like catch Penny and does shoot a grateful if like tired and strained smile back.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. I guess what's the first place we're heading to? Should we go to? I
Um,
guess Henry would lead
so what
everybody to
happens?
Mavis's house, maybe.
No, no, no. What happens is that you know that you have to go through the proper channels in Glass Forest, Glass Village. Sorry, Glass Forest Village is it's Christian name. Sorry, it's Lysander name. Um, and
Darn.
God, I'm
and
so thankful this is a
um,
meme now.
and you know that a lot of people's, despite the village being small, you do have to kind of go through the front gate because it has a very small wall built around it, barely higher than 8 feet. If I'm going to be completely honest,
Yeah, it's like a Skyrim wall around the villages.
yeah,
Mm.
it's the only thing that's noticeable that is notable about the village is this 8 foot wall that pretty much anyone with enough gumption and dexterity could climb in about 20 in about 15 seconds if they really needed to. Ember
Long
could
on
probably
Mavis.
just like monk like walk right up it without breaking like a sweat or using like, more than 10 feet of movement. Um and there is a guard posted there, a singular guard, not even two. And as you alight down, the guard who was kind of like leaning on her spear, kind of like nodding off. She's not even wearing like, formal armor, it's like leather grievances, greaves,
Greaves?
uh, leather greaves, and like not a crudely made spear, but it's definitely not in the best condition, and she blinks her eyes open and then jolts to attention as you all approach, and she says, uh, state your name.
Wait. Before that, who's our point person? Who are we supposed to talk to here in Glass Village?
You can talk to the Lord of
Because I
Glass
thought Mavis was
Village.
like the mayor, basically.
She is
And Mavis is
not.
gone.
Mavis is
She is
not the
not
mayor.
mayor.
Oh, okay.
Like everyone probably defers to her like she is.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely. Everyone absolutely defers to her, but she is not. She's just the oldest person in town,
Mavis has
so
that
everyone
status of
goes to
that
her.
dog that everyone voted in as mayor, but isn't actually the mayor.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah,
actually
hold
the
on.
mayor.
Towns of Sihonavan
She
and
was
my
she was like the
outline.
one person of the temples there. Like she took care of all
She
the
she
You
took care
temples.
of all of the shrines.
yeah.
Glass Forest doesn't actually have any formal temples. It just has a series of shrines dedicated to the gods.
Yeah.
Under the current governance of Lord Dean Stapleton, who I believe is human.
Lord Dean Stapleton. Uh, we're here on
You could ask me, my goodness.
champion business. We are to talk with Lord Dean Stapleton.
Oh, you're the champions. You're the you're the champions. This kid can't be more than like 15. And she
What?
says, listen, she's trying her best. And she
You saying like
says,
there's a 15-year-old guarding like the front gate or something? Or
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a summer
it's
job.
yeah, it's also a very quiet night in Glass Forest. Nothing really happens. I mean, Glass Village, nothing really happens, and they don't really have much in the way of like a formal guard at all. It was mostly just Mavis. Um, and let me just hold on.
God, I love that Mavis just was the guard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
she
just hear that
truly
Mavis the
was.
Monster Slayer was in town. They were like, "Oop, never mind."
Absolutely the fuck not.
Um,
Never mind the fact that she was an 82-year-old blind woman with missing a fucking leg.
yeah, true. I was about to say those walls must be huge for Mavis.
um. Anyway, the kid says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know the champions were to be arriving. Please come in. Are you all familiar with Glass Forest Village?"
Just me. The others not so much. We don't really have time to take a tour. You have to
No,
speak with
no,
the
I was
loudest
just
voice you
making.
can.
I was just asking in case you needed help getting there. But if you're familiar with the Lord's house, please come in.
I'm sure it'll be just fine. Yeah, I think just walk inside right away.
This kid
Yeah.
didn't like recognize Henri. Well, no, there's probably just a million fucking family members of Mavis coming in and out. Never mind.
Kid hasn't been alive long enough. Let's be real.
Yeah. So you enter Glass Forest Village, and Henri, you're familiar with Glass Forest Village. Ember, you were kind of familiar with Glass Forest Village, and Addie, I think you have you passed through here, or did you go through Zixglesia?
No, I hit Great Crest and went south. I probably
You
did
pa-
pass through here, and I may have come back for
yes,
like bounties, but like other than
probably
that,
going to Gravecrest for bounties passing through. So you're also vaguely familiar with Glass Forest Village as well. So the three of you are Honor, you're most familiar, and then Ember and Addie, you guys are sort of familiar, and then the rest you have no idea. But Glass Forest Village is a village. There is a paved road that leads to the town square that starts at the wall, and there are a scattering. Oh shit! Did I make a map for Glass Forest
I
Village?
could have sworn I saw you making a map one day.
Yes, I did. Perfect. Hold on.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna take this moment to.
Where is it? Well, I found it. I just have to put it into Roll20. I forgot to do that. Where? Here it is. Perfect. Damn it. Looks like I have met my quota for.
Oh, you hate to see it. The
Your
worst.
quota?
Yeah. I.
You can
There's
only
a.
have. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only a certain amount of things that you can, like art stuff, you can have in Roll20 at a time if you're not,
Back.
like, a member.
Ugh. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have like a storage limit.
Yeah, they do. So I have to delete some stuff. But I do have Glass Forest Village right here. If
What?
everyone's looking at Roll20.
I'm in roll 20 already. Way ahead of you.
Yeah.
Kate, you're still called Mima Mavis.
Oh, whoops. Oh, hold on. I gotta change it to.
Mavis.
I gotta change it to Pawpaw Penny. Pawpaw Penny.
Papa Penny.
I'm a totally new character named Pawpaw Penny.
I fucking hate you.
Peepaw.
Despise you with my whole soul.
Peepaw
Yeah, but
Penny.
Glass Forest Village is not the smallest. Well, I think it is the third. It is the third smallest village in Sihonavan. The first smallest is Ravenna. No, the first smallest is Amos, and then it's Ravenna, and then it's Glass Forest Village. Despite being around longer than Ravenna, Amos is still the smallest. Um, but Henri, you're familiar with the pretty much singular road that goes through the village that leads to the forest up to the north, and you are familiar with the various sections of the town. There is freehand. There is Old City, which is the of course the oldest part of the village, older than Mavis even. God rest her soul, and Lathander rest her soul. And then there's Beacon, where Mavis and her family pretty much own, and the farms surrounding it as well.
Mhm. I think we said that the locals
Um,
actually call it bacon.
yeah, it's called
We
Beacon,
did
but like
not.
No,
Yeah,
we
we did.
did.
Remember we talked about it. Yeah.
We
Did
absolutely
we?
did. Yeah.
Why? Why?
It's
Why
it's
does the
called.
outline of bacon look like a dick?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh
Shut
shit,
up.
yeah, it
I was
does.
It's
I
Damn.
was
a
just out
it's a monument to Jonathan, Jonathan Steele do.
God, that's so awful.
And I can't believe Richard Steeldy would do something like this.
and the surrounding farms. Boar's Head is where most of the pigs are processed from the farms that Mavis and the Steeldew clan mostly owns. And then there is Scout's End, of course, where most of the people who um, get their living, um, who do their living, uh, escorting people to and from Glass Forest Village to Greycrest through the forest, actually make their living. So that's kind of like their quarters, their houses, their taverns, etc. And of course, there is Apple Heath, where most of like the regular people just kind of live.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
And
and you know that Mavis's house would be in
bacon.
Bacon,
Yeah,
and then Lord Stapleton's house would be in the Old City.
in the old city. Okay. You said it's
Yeah,
already
and
kind of
this
late in the day.
it is.
Okay.
And this kind of square right here is kind of where it's the town square where the shrines are, um, that Mavis upkeeps, etc., or upkept.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I think since it's already kind of late in the day and Henry's probably thinking about like, let me go ahead and get Ember inside somewhere. Uh, he's probably gonna lead everyone down to Bacon if possible. See if we can't settle in at Mavis's place before we talk to the Lord sometime in the morning, maybe.
Yeah, that's no problem. So you know that Mavis's house is actually it's probably the biggest in
Of course.
Glass Forest. Um,
Oh, she rich
Jonathan
rich.
built that house with his own two hands,
I think we
right?
also said, I mean, Kate more or less said that not only is it big, it's probably the one that stands out the most because it's like
Oh yeah.
sections kept getting added to it, but they're all like different
Y-
styles and designs.
Yeah, as
Oh
the
my god,
yeah,
is
rest
it
of the
just What
town
Remains of
modernized.
Edith Finch's house?
Oh man, probably not that big, but
It's
Have
a
a lot of
good
kids.
3 or 4 stories tall above the
Damn.
rest of the town, yeah,
yeah.
in
Every
various
time
It's
you got
a
a
different
handful of
building
huge
kids, you had to
styles.
plop up
it's
a
a
new
huge
section.
house. It's
Exactly,
been
yeah.
being built and added on to pretty much until the day Jonathan died.
Mhm.
And has so many like additions and offshoots,
the
and he was
music
experimenting with
died.
different architecture styles, making sure that the house was so structurally sound as possible. Um so it's like all the way back here, and it's all three of these buildings together pretty much.
Oh my
Those are different
god.
elevation depictions.
Yeah, hold on, let me
It's
outline it in
like
blue, make it stand out more. And
it
yeah,
it's
so
a
so that's where
landmark
it's
you
at.
see from space. Like the
Yeah.
damn Grand Canyon.
Yeah. So, Henri, you are able to lead everyone through Last Forest Village. At this time of the evening, there's not really a lot of people out. Um, and you were able to lead everybody to Mavis's house. And um you make sure everyone is okay, and then you start like rooting around for the spare key that Mavis keeps in various places. um
What was the spare key design again,
However,
Kate? It was like a false flower or some shit like that.
It was a false flower on top of one of her old pill bottles. So you pulled the flower out, it came with the
God.
bottle, then you unscrewed the top and their key was inside.
Yeah, I do that whole thing.
yes,
Okay,
yes, so
that's
you
pretty
do
cool.
that, and you stop because the key's not in there. And
Oh,
with your alert feed, that's when you hear it. the shuffling and the steps creaks of somebody inside Mavis's house.
Hmm. Okay. And just so I know, I have a good layout of the situation here. Is it safe to assume that it's someone in the Mavis clan, kind of house sitting, or is that something that isn't normal and I should go into this with some caution or not?
You know that um not many the only people who know of the hidden of the hidden key would be part of the Steel Dude clan.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, I guess I'm hearing shuffling around. I'll knock on the door, see if there's what the difference in the shuffling is. With
Okay,
one of those
so
signature Henry knocks, which is just like fisted and hard.
Bum bum bum.
Boom.
yeah, so you do these heavy like thumps on the door, and you hear like the shuffling and the walk and the creak stop before they start approaching the door. And someone opens the door, and your jaw drops.
uh, all right.
Darius, what are you doing in town?
Nah,
No.
you're lying.
No. What?
Well,
For
come
real, for
in,
real?
come in.
I need a confirmation from Ike that this is the case
Yeah,
here.
I need a confirmation
Yeah,
from
this is
Ike.
like,
Mavis.
is this a bit?
Mavis is here at her house.
Bill
What?
immediately fucking drops a
I-
mass persuasion.
Yeah, I pull out like my fucking sword, like.
Yeah, I cast mass suggestion.
I immediately wrote a hit so I can punch this Mavis in the face.
I think
Yeah,
I'm.
I need Mavis to make. This is gonna happen, but I need Mavis to make a wisdom save, which she's going to. But
Uh-huh.
'cause I'm
That's
casting
an
mass
18.
suggestion. Yeah, no, I cast, and I'm just like, I fucking love this spell. It never fucking works when I want it to.
And I am probably immediately trying to insider perception to see, because I was the only one who noticed that
Yeah.
fake fake Mavis was off last time. So I'm immediately trying to be like, wait a minute.
I'll roll insight too, even though I'm probably not gonna do as great.
Tilt
Yeah,
tried to do
everyone
their
can
version
roll
of
an
insight, which was magic, and they failed. So
9. All right, let's put it in roll 20, I guess. That might be better.
God, I wish I had that
yeah, if everyone wants to
fucking.
put in the
I wish I had that fucking gem already,
Oh.
guys. We could just solve this problem right now. If I had it. This is where I
This is
put
where I
my
would put my
gem,
gem.
seeing if I had
I
one.
had it. Damn,
Yeah,
27.
27.
God damn.
Oh,
Rolled an
yeah.
eight. Rolled an 18.
anyone else?
No, I'm not. I'll roll. I'm not gonna do shit though.
Guys, I got it
Okay,
with my
that's
9
not
insight. Come
bad.
on.
But it's it's not embers.
Ember.
Better than
God
Hollow
damn.
though.
Ember.
Yeah.
You know 100% that this is a real Mavis.
What the fuck? I think Addie's head like whips to Ember to just like, I'm looking for the confirmation. I'm waiting for her to say yay or nay.
I think what's on Ember's face is there is still the like touch of suspicion, because who fucking wouldn't be in this situation? But there's no like anger, but it is that frown of sort of confusion, and also like um okay, this is going to need an explanation.
Of course,
Yeah, and then
dearies.
as all of you are trying to grapple with the fact that Mavis is in front of you, you hear some more creaks as somebody pops in above Mavis's head. Says, "Well, hey, uh, Mavis, Grandma, I didn't know we had visitors."
Oh, It was an unexpected surprise, Jeremy. Andre, you remember
Oh.
Jeremy?
Gosh.
That's fucking cheesy.
Oh, hey, Jer Bear. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good.
So it's just glaring daggers at this man now.
Not to
I-
be rude, but can we skip the polite conversation and go
Yeah,
straight
Mavis,
to
what the
Mavis?
fuck?
What the fuck? We thought you were fucking dead.
It's a long story involving multiple planes. And I think a miniature giant space hamster?
What?
Slap Mavis.
What are you going on about?
Till, how dare you slap your elders?
No,
I slap her
no,
too.
you shut the fuck up.
Andre,
Really?
I will beat your ass into the ground.
You
You know, during this whole journey, you couldn't send a fucking letter,
Or
a
sending?
carrier pigeon. Yeah, like, is it that fucking difficult to do that?
To be honest, I just only got back yesterday.
Then why didn't you just do a sending yesterday?
You were kidnapped by doppelgangers, and you didn't
Yes,
think
I
that
quite
the
remember that part. I
that
was
the
there for it.
yeah, you didn't think that the minute you got back any sort of confirmation, even just a hey, I'm back in Glass Forest. I don't care if you came back just yesterday or retired. Anything?
No, you're back home chilling out with fucking Jeremy.
Jeremy was here when I got here, and he has yet to leave. I do apologize for not reaching out. You can imagine it was exhausting
No.
for an old woman.
I lost
I'm
my
and
family
yet
sorry.
doing things. Fuck.
I am
Okay.
so mad at you.
I mean, and then Jeremy speaks up and he's like, "Oh well, like, Grandma Mavis got here and I just want to hear all about it. So we've been talking pretty much nonstop since she got back. And it's
You
Jeremy,
been
do
so
me a
shut up.
favor. No
fascinating.
one asked. No one asked, Jeremy.
Not
The
to be
implication here is
rude.
that Jeremy was the one who prevented Mavis from contacting you guys.
Wait, what?
Because he
Yeah,
kept
that-
talking.
He would not shut up.
Also, Till. Okay, question. Because Jeremy was the one that snitched on Till to Anne like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
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 They look the same. They just look older. Is Jeremy not? No, wait, no, never mind. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better
Yeah, he
question is,
also
did
hasn't, like,
Jeremy recognize
immediately-
Addie?
Yeah, he also hasn't immediately shat his pants seeing Addie. So,
Literally
always
3 of his
fucking
worst
moron.
nightmares in front of him.
Or his wildest dreams, depending on
Uh,
one of his worst nightmare and 2 of his wildest dreams.
Oh my gosh, I can't fucking with this, man.
Alright,
Fucking
so
Mavis.
let me get this straight. You, and I point at Jeremy, are the one who just wouldn't give Mavis 5 fucking minutes to let her fellow champions, gesture to the party, know that she was alive? Am I hearing that correctly?
I mean, I just didn't think it was that important. She's back and she's okay, right?
You are
I
quite
did
literally
have-
perhaps the stupidest man alive. Get the fuck out of here.
As I tried to
Yep.
tell you before, Jeremy, I have duties to respond to.
What's more important than family?
Many things, actually.
Fortunately,
and
Addie,
You
I
despite-
have
think
a family like ours? And he slings an arm around Mavis and it's just like, we all love each other so much. Isn't that right, Grandma Mavis?
okay, that that might just be like the way you're playing a mic, but that's gonna put Ember on the hold on a fucking minute. No one fucking talks like that. Is this man a doppelganger?
You make an
No,
insight check.
Yeah,
he's just that stupid.
I'm aware of
And
that
in
I'm
denial.
I
aware of
will
that
let you know
possibility.
he is just that stupid.
Yeah, that's it. That's an 18. I think there's a moment where Ember's like, nobody fucking talks like that. No, okay, he's just an idiot.
Jerry Bear, how about you go upstairs and play with your dolls? We have to talk with Mavis for a little while.
Oh,
I'll get
dolls,
back
they're
to you later.
not dolls. They're action
Oh,
figures. They're this new invention. They are
All right,
going
how
to
about you tell us
take
about
off.
it? Tell us about it later. How about you get it together? You can show it. You can show it to us later. But right now, we have to talk with Mavis. Okay?
you can show
Fine.
them your parchment point of your future designs after dinner.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You let the grown-ups talk now. Well, I'll get to you later, Jerry Bear.
Grown-ups. I'm 20. Grown up too.
And here you are staying at your grandma's house. Okay, let's not do this right now, Jerry. Just get upstairs. We just got to talk with Mavis for a little while.
And then Jeremy like huffs, like, huh, I can't believe this, and goes upstairs.
Addie, though.
Yeah, did he not like
Oh,
freak out at all? I gotta know.
I forgot. I forgot.
Hey,
His
has
eyes
it?
go like his eyes go wide when he sees you, and his face starts to get like red, and for like what 30 whole seconds, he's just like incoherently babbling before like Maves like smacks him a little, and his like brain
Go
jump
on,
starts.
Jeremy.
Is that really how you interact with all women? Oh God.
He
Are you
is a
really
bit of a
related
hopeless
to this
case.
man, Henri? That's
Um,
unfortunate.
it's not
Are
by
you
blood.
you're related to this man, Mavis? That's
He
unfortunate.
he is unfortunately my grandson. Yes.
Hmm. I'll make like a
Not
shoe. I'll just like look at him like he's a fucking bug, and I'll just make like a shoe gesture.
Meanwhile,
It's like,
I'm
oh, she's
watching the
waving at me.
stumbling. I'm just watching the stumbling, and I'm Ember's eyebrows just shoot up, and she's blocking what's happening.
Does
Listen,
he
He's
shoe?
annoyed.
Does he shoot away? No, he thinks Addie's waving at him. Oh, she's waving at
he
me.
he falls up the stairs, not taking
He
his eyes
does.
off Addie until he turns a corner.
Yeah,
And
he
then you hear
does.
footsteps just quickly fade up the stairs.
Uh, I've
I'm
never
sorry
read.
about him. His father was dropped on his head as a child.
How does that transfer over exactly?
It means that Jeremy was also dropped on his head as a child.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I was always under the assumption that when you have as many kids as you do, you kind of just rolling the dice sometimes, and then you end up with a
It's
Jerry
true.
Bear.
One out of 5 is not a bad ratio for as far as children. And Marcus, he was
Marcus?
something, but I loved him. Yeah, Marcus is Jeremy's father.
You're talking about Marcus like he's fucking dead. Was?
As in,
Well, you know, he
in
became
not.
a warlock along the way.
Oh.
Remarried a couple times.
Oh,
Found his way in life. No, he didn't. Forget the warlock thing. That was a throwaway joke.
Okay.
Marcus remarried a couple times, found his way in life, discovered a new passion for, alchemy, and has been on the up and up since. Jeremy's from his first marriage.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Jeremy's quite a peach. He's got a good heart. It's not
No, he
entirely
doesn't.
there.
Bitch.
What makes you say that? You just met the guy.
Oh,
Raise an eyebrow.
he used to work in Port Town.
Okay. Oh, that's right. He was a guard there. Then he got fired or something.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll a history check.
On Jeremy?
Yeah, if he worked in Port Town. How long ago was this?
I speak in the words of God. It's how long ago? How long ago was
You know,
this?
like 5 years, like everything else.
that way
Evan.
it's 7 years ago. All right, that way it fits
Yeah,
into what
imagine
happened with Till.
and fired him after Till got put on house arrest and was caught. No witnesses.
About
Yeah.
7 years ago. I was very surprised when Jeremy got that job. Obviously, it didn't last very long.
I was wondering why he looked familiar. I accidentally beat the shit out of him. Oops.
Oh,
Oh,
good. He deserved it.
probably why he was so
Wow.
out of
Yes,
it.
he was getting in the way of a bounty of mine. So, well,
Should have him acts like that?
I don't know.
Now I
Boys
know-
are
well-
weird. So, what? You think I fucking know?
Interesting taste in
What?
Well, I wish she would not have interesting taste. So, ugh. I feel like I need a shower.
It's fine. Jeremy's harmless. Just he might come up to you once or twice and try to pitch something like he usually does. He always has some new bright idea that's gonna make him a millionaire. But we're just staying the night and then we'll be out of the way, I guess.
All right.
an explanation, Mavis.
Yeah, but you, Mavis, have a lot of explaining to do.
All right. So as you know, or figured out,
Really quickly
I
though, I
was
do
taking-
pause and be like, by the way, Penny, Mavis, Penny.
Oh yeah, that's right.
hello. Oh, hello, dear. How are you? Here's a cup of tea. Have a seat.
This is everything I hoped it would be.
Is girl okay? Is she okay?
No.
Henri, she's worse off than you are.
I know.
Anyway,
that's
as I
crazy.
was saying,
She's a little rough.
Also, Leto's there.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Leto,
This
Mavis. Wait, no. Right,
Smithson. Smithson.
they've
I
met.
don't. Yeah.
Leto and Mavis have met. Mavis.
yeah, we met.
Have we?
Because Mavis was
been a while.
was the original champion for Mavis tried, so,
Yeah.
which is why I stopped myself because oh yeah, Leto's here, man.
Oh, hello.
Leto waves.
Come in, Leto.
Well, okay. This is me out of character being like, hey, I don't know if Leto and Mavis have ever spoken on one-on-one.
Definitely not
No,
one-on-one,
they
but
have
like
not.
they've definitely been introduced and said
Okay,
hi
then
in
never mind.
passing.
I wouldn't
Leto
have said
has
that
seen
either.
Mavis in the Archmage's chambers in the
Okay.
Yeah.
summer.
Bro, come on. Do you think my little peanut brain retains all that? Give
No,
me a break.
I'm not saying that for myself. I want to have this on posterity's sake. Of course.
But no, Addie doesn't say anything then. Addie doesn't say shit.
All right. So I was kidnapped by doppelgangers
Yes. We
in
are
the
aware of
caves.
this.
I was able to improvise a plane shift to a random plane. It was very difficult, very taxing. Ended up in the elemental plane of fire. Not a fun time. Gave it a day or two, found some water, was able to survive off nothing but the skin on my back and the sweat of my brow. Was able to improvise another plane shift.
Mhm.
I ended up in the astral sea somehow.
Uh-huh.
On the astral sea, I became a stowaway on an illithid ship.
And an illithid.
Yes, on an illithid ship. Then they were attacked by Githyanki. I escaped on one of their
You mother-
dragons. They took me to the
You
Night Hells.
motherfucker.
Somewhere in there, I found a miniature giant space hamster. Everybody meet Lenny. And I pull out a miniature giant space hamster, which is really just the size of a hamster, but they're telepathic.
Can I roll insight on this whole fucking story,
No
please?
fucking storms out of the house.
I don't know. I think it's got still.
Should I? Leto speaks up. He's like, should I go get him, or
I
One of
think
us.
give them. Yes, we'll give them a moment, and one of us will get them. You, Mavis, you owe Till one hell of an apology. I hope you know.
I know, but I hope you are aware I did not plan on leaving. Just I did do my best to get back as soon as possible.
I rolled a 16 for an 18 on that insight check during Mavis' story. Is she bullshitting us or no?
I also like to roll insight. That's
go
7.
ahead.
Doing great on the insight tonight.
Oh God.
You're just over it, Honor. You're just like, whatever. Anything she says, just none of my fucking business anymore.
Thought I was getting a vacation
Um,
away from Mavis.
you're enjoying it.
What did I say? Did I say 16? I can't remember. My brain
Yeah,
immediately
you
deleted
typed
the
in.
roll.
You typed it in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was from the old insight of, is this
Yeah.
Mavis the
Oh.
doppelganger?
Yeah, I think you said like 16, 17. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Something like
The
that.
point is that she is in fact telling the truth.
Yeah. She might be embellishing or skipping over like some details. But no, yeah, the basic gist of she hopped from plane to plane sort of on accident trying to find her way home. Which is very taxing on an old lady body who barely knows how to use plane shifting spells. Um uh and then eventually she accidentally got her way back here.
Okay,
Interesting.
I'm going to go check on Till. I think like Addie sort of like rubbing her temples, like feeling a headache coming on. As she goes hunting Till.
Go.
Let's just
If you'd like.
Oh, wow.
It's up to you.
Onri, would you care to help me prepare some dinner?
All right. I mean, as long as you don't fall in your damn pot and end up somewhere else again, why not?
Can't say I missed you.
Didn't miss you at all either. Smithson,
Yes.
you want to help out, right? Not necessarily with the cooking. I have something else for you to do.
Please tell me it doesn't involve Jeremy.
God, that's so funny.
you you said you made a promise yourself that you would help us in any way that you could. But yes, it does involve Jeremy.
I don't remember saying that.
I somewhat remember. Just go, go, go upstairs to Jeremy. Let him blabber on. It might give me enough time for me to be able to make dinner.
Leto closes his eyes, and you suspect that if he was the religious type, he'd be saying a small prayer to a god. But as it stands, he just says, and he opens his eyes and he's just like, if I kill him, I can't be held responsible.
You're doing a lot of people a favor. Just try your best.
I'm sure I am. You owe me one.
Just listen to his pitch. If you're lucky, he won't make an action figure out of you.
If he does, I will have to put my sword through his throat. And Leto turns and walks up the stairs to find Jeremy. It's a little lost because this is a big ass house, but I think he eventually does it. He's a pretty smart guy.
I
Okay.
do want to say that I would probably invite Penny along.
Of course, yes. Yeah, I'll help. Yeah, she'll join you.
Yeah, so you guys go to hunt down Till.
Who is just
Um,
sitting outside on the porch.
yeah.
I didn't go far. I'm not that dumb.
You just get a little gaggle that comes and sits down on the porch with you.
Tilly, are you all right?
No.
Are you angry?
Yes.
Do you want to blow up some hay bales with fire? Or lightning?
They look tempted.
Normally, I would say go for it, but I don't think terrorizing a small town is the wisest choice. We could always go around and prestidigitate some less than appropriate imagery on the building, if that would make you feel better.
I'm just. I. I don't. I'm just upset.
That's understandable.
And I'm not surprised. I'll be back in a little bit. Just give me a few minutes.
Oh my gosh. Fucking under memes, I'm sorry.
Are you sure, Till? We don't mind.
Yeah, I'm used to adults disappointing me. So I'll be fine.
What Mavis did, not telling us she was alive while she was playing her hopping, and especially not telling us when she returned, was not necessarily cruel of her, but inconsiderate. I'm not asking you to forgive her. I am not asking you to do anything of the sort, but I am acknowledging your anger and disappointment. You're not alone in those feelings.
Yeah, I know.
Just I'll be fine.
All right. I'll give Till's shoulder a squeeze before I go back inside. I think Addie's gonna go be nosy, to be perfectly honest. This is a giant fuck off house. I think she's gonna wander around. And
Addie has earned the right to be nosy in Mavis's house.
yeah, that's also why I'm fucking doing it.
Oh yeah, you can go. There's all sorts of fucking doors and little offshoots and offices and nurseries and shit. There's so many fucking rooms in this house.
Yeah,
You just steer clear of like upstairs because you go up there and you can hear like excited talking, and Lito's very monotone. Uh huh. And politely skirt around that area, but you explore to your heart's content.
damn, do I have the silence spell? It's gonna cast it on Jeremy to help Leto. Wait, do I have blindness deafness? I do, but I don't have it prepared. Damn, I could have cast it on Leto. He could have survived a little bit longer. Never mind. It's gonna help a brother out.
God damn.
Gotta see
But
it
yeah,
through, right?
no, I am steering so clear. Like I don't even like touch the the railings, the stairwell, just in case that like activates Jeremy's trap card or whatever.
Crazy seeing you up here, madam.
His ADHD info dump trap card.
god, this I feel a little mean having said that.
Let's see. You want to roll investigation in the house?
Sure. Especially since Mavis is in the damn kitchen. Yeah, I'm gonna be.
I also think for Ember having also gone out to check on Tim, um, look at Tim. I admit that I also need, and I can sit down further down the porch.
Or I don't want to talk about my feelings. I don't.
I wasn't gonna ask. I was sit in silence.
Cool. Okay, that's fine. I just. Yeah. No, yeah.
You
Usually that involves fire. Not really feeling the fire today.
oh, I'll go over there and leave you. And does go and like
Thanks.
down and is just in like her own um like watching the street sort of tension, and then is also
All right.
yeah,
Oops, sorry.
that's it.
Yeah. Really quick before we go to Addie, Mavis and Henri and Penny. She's there, or she's still outside.
Penny probably wandered back inside it, is sitting awkwardly on the living room or like the front room couch, in a room adjacent to the kitchen, just kind of sitting awkwardly, looking around,
Oh, I've been there before.
staring out the window every once in a while, looking
Can I
around again.
Can I invite Penny to snoop with me to be nosy?
Yeah,
You
she'll
can.
be nosy with you.
Yeah, nosy bitches.
Oh, okay. Before we get to y'all,
Yep.
Mavis and Henri, what are you guys doing
Probably
other than
cooking
cooking?
silently,
Mm-hmm.
getting our little cooking out of the way. Not sure if Mavis says anything.
I think Mavis would like when they're like when they've got like the fire on and the oven's warming up. Mavis is like chopping some celery and just says, "Have you been taking care of them, Henri?"
Best as I can. Feeding them as much as I can, I guess. Even taught Toe how to cook a little bit, so
Really? How are they doing?
doing better than I expected.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, with you around, they're having less sweets, so now, at the very least, they're having something a little bit more nutritious. Yeah, it's been all right. Obviously, everyone else was quite worried about how you were doing.
And what about you, Henri? You didn't speak up much.
I find it's best to keep my mouth shut when I. No, what am I saying? I'm always talking out of my ass. You didn't want to hear me talking. I'm quite furious with you. I had to lie to my family about your whereabouts. And the whole time, well, not necessarily the whole time, but you've been here and you didn't send a message. I was supposed to be looking after you. Then you were gone. So yeah, things have been quite complicated on my end of my side of things. But at least now that you're back, I don't have to worry about that anymore.
I am sorry that in my later years I have been demoted from Family matriarch to a pain in your ass, Henri.
You are a pain in my ass by choice.
It is sometimes more fun than being the matriarch having responsibilities.
Not sure how great fun is when it's at someone else's expense. Time I could be spending with my family, I'm out running around looking for you. And then God forbid you end up getting lost somewhere, like in the back section of a fucking grocery store or something. But no, this time around you get lost in a fucking other plane, jumping around, riding dragons and shit. And still that responsibility is on my back and I have to worry about you. But most of all, I have to be worried about the day that I have to stand in front of my kids and all the rest of your fucking family and try to explain to them how you got yourself killed and how I couldn't help you. You know how fucked that is?
Henri, I am 82 years old. I have outlived your mother-in-law purely on age alone. I know it's been my time to step down for a while. But there's something that just keeps me going. And
What's that, miss?
I think it's because I haven't found a suitable successor yet.
Successor for what?
The Steel Dews have been around for a long time, Henri. You are married into, albeit, you and Danny are from a descendant of my oldest child. So, in trying to decide how to divvy up my properties and savings, I wanted to know they were going to someone who knew what I would have wanted to do with it.
So you're looking for someone
But
to officiate your will then? Is that what you're saying?
I was looking for someone who I could trust to take care of the family that I'm leaving behind. And yes, it may come with a large sum of money that I have saved over the decades. But Henri, in all the years I've known you, you've been nothing but devoted to this family. Despite your attitude, I see it. And I can't help but smile at the future I see for your boys. She goes over and tries to reach up to pat Henri's cheek, but can only reach his chest. If you'll accept it, Henri. I know you have a lot going on in your life already, but if you'll accept it, I'd like to make Danny the new matriarch.
Sorry. All that fucking build up for nothing, bro. Oh my gosh. That's too funny. Alright. I was almost about to say, I need to make another fucking insight to find out if this is fucking Mavis, but this is exactly some shit Mavis would do. There was a there was the buildup of, oh my god, is she showing me respect? Is this really happening right now? Only for it to drop with your permission, I must give it to daddy. Oh my gosh. Uh, why are you asking for my permission for something like that? It seems like something you should be discussing with Danny.
I mean, Danny's blood related. You're married to her. You've been taking care of me for the last 3.5 months. I think that's a pretty good, solid letter of recommendation.
Letter of recommendation. Wait, just to go back here, Mavis is saying that she's gonna give this to Danny, right?
Yeah.
This
And,
responsibility?
like,
Okay.
yeah. Danny would be, like, the head, but, like, she's giving it to Danny partially because she knows Henri will be there to take care of Danny's family if she has to do, like,
Oh,
still
okay.
do family stuff.
Alright, so bring it back again. This wasn't just
Yeah.
an elaborate dish, is what I'm hearing.
It was partially an elaborate dish, but also there is, like, real trust and familial bond behind it.
Okay. Can I roll insight for that, please?
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead.
Alright. Why not? 15. Do I get anything from that?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Mavis is being serious, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's that mix of, like, typical Mavis, like, hating on Henri, but also, like, there's that familial love of, like, it's like that familial dishing on, like, what everyone does on Jeremy, Mavis is doing to Henri a little bit. But
Mhm.
because they're
Except
family.
Okay.
not because Henri's stupid as stuff.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Um, let's see here. What I'm sorry, what exactly would this responsibility entail for Danny?
Well, she would inherit upon my passing, which I don't think will be for a couple years at least, based on how I'm going. Uh, she would inherit the property here, as well as the farmlands and the businesses that'll be still being run in my name would be transferred to her. Uh, a partial sum of the family inheritance will be distributed to each family of grandchildren and children. And she would carry on the Steel Dew name. At least in the market share propriety.
Ah, I
I mean,
see.
her name still is technically Danny Steeldew, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That is
Did not
correct.
change to Danny the Red upon marriage.
Henry does not have a last name to give, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're just gonna give Danny the reins to your business, then, is what I'm hearing.
That is the long and short of it.
And why Danny? You have so much other direct family that you can give it to.
Danny has shown interest in carrying on the family business. The reason that you have been up here so often, I may have been teaching her some tricks of the trade while you watched it over the kids.
Okay. I mean, if that's something that Danny wants, all I can really do is support her. I mean, I'm married to her, and of course, I'm going to protect whatever is important to her. So if that's something that, if she really is interested in the whole thing, then yeah, I mean, I'll be helping her and the family out in whatever way I can, I guess.
Good. Although if she does decide not to go into the business, I am sure there is another child who will be eager to step up to bat.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about this. She hasn't told me about this little possible arrangement of yours.
Like you said, it is a big choice, a big opportunity. But it is something to converse over. I just thought you should know.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I guess it's better that I know now than when you kick the bucket. Be quite a surprise.
It would be.
But yes, I'll have a talk with Danny.
Really, my biggest wish is that it doesn't fall to Jeremy, so if you could just manage that part of my will, just make sure Jeremy gets his lump sum and none of the shops and the buildings, that would be fantastic.
Oh my
I
god.
love the kid, but he is useless with a checking book.
I mean, it kind of sounds like it'll be on you if somehow Jeremy got all that, because there's no way that Jeremy could mastermind getting a share of whatever you're leaving behind.
Oh, I know he's going to throw it all away on selling investors for his action figures.
Now he has you calling him action figures.
He did not like it when I called them dolls.
I mean, he has gotten better in recent years and making them look more realistic, I guess. So man's got to find some way to take up his time since he lost his job.
I know.
How long has he been here for?
He was here when I arrived. He has not given me a specific timeline,
So there's a good
but
chance he's
I'd say
been here since you've left for champion things. Then
based on this house was certainly different when I got back. So at least a month he's been here.
I see. Um. Well, I'm sure you can use the company.
The company has been nice.
Speaking of which, now that you're back, what do you plan to do?
Well, it seems Trailerine has already filled my spot with that, Penny girl was her name?
Yes.
So as long as Trailerine doesn't find out about me, I'm sure I can stay here and be happy. Although if once she finds out I may be summoned back to the front lines.
Are you saying that you don't plan to tell Trailerine that you're back?
I'd like to have a few days at home at least before going back to work.
I see. Well, I guess we're not going to see her until probably a couple of days to a week from now, so that's possible.
Maybe I'll join you on the return trip to the capital. I've heard there's a gala coming up.
Yeah. Not exactly excited for that, but we'll see how it goes. Are you planning to attend the gala?
I was before, but I may skip it this year.
Hmm. Okay, if you end up coming, there might be something I might ask you to do then, but I guess I won't be seeing you.
You have something to ask of me. I never thought I'd live to see the day.
It's less for me and for someone else, but it doesn't matter now if you're not coming.
I may see you there, Henri. Now put that chicken in the oven before it rots.
All right. Yeah. Put now the oven's warm enough. I put it in there. Close it up. It's probably like a nice little stuffed little chicken thing.
Yeah. Little
I was
turducken they
thinking
got
more like a
going.
quail or a pheasant.
I think it's like a turducken, so like it's a
Oh
quail inside
God.
of a chicken
No,
inside of a
not
duck.
that. Ugh,
No, not a
She's got a lot of
turducken.
people to feed.
cursed.
Okay, how about
Mhm.
a goose? Can we just compromise and just have it be like
Yeah, we can go with
a
goose.
goose, like a nice fat goose?
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all are cooking stuff in the big ass kitchen that uh Mavis has. You love the elbow room. It's nice. It's okay roughing it out in the wilderness, of course, but nothing beats a big ass kitchen to like really go to town in.
Can I ask how big is this is this kitchen exactly? Because I always thought that Mavis's
You seen my
husband
room, right?
made it Mavis size.
No, you seen my room, right?
It's
Yeah,
It's the size of my room.
yeah,
Damn.
it's not very big to me then.
it's got
Listen, my room's pretty fucking big.
Yeah, big to you, but
Shut the fuck
so
up.
it's I feel like the kitchen is probably at least 10 feet long. Probably got like a 9-foot ceiling with a chimney stack over the stove to like get the smoke out. As well as like a wood burning stove,
random ass
and
pizza oven.
oven. Yeah, there's a random ass pizza oven on the far wall. There's there's like a 6x3 island in the center.
Does Mavis
Um
have that Hobby Lobby decor, that live, laugh, love
No,
type shit?
not the
no, she's
Hobby
got like
Lobby core.
It doesn't
it's all
exist.
like much more cottage farm core in the kitchen. So it's got like a bunch of like hanging things with different herbs that are drying overhead, as well as like copper pots and pans.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
little like child's carved wooden sculptures that decorate various corners and cupboards.
Mm.
Um,
Ooh.
Lots
The
of her grandkids and grandkids art plastered all over the walls.
I got if you accept, Kate, may I bring you an
Mm-hmm.
offering of
Yes.
detail?
Yes.
The door, I imagine the door to the kitchen is very large. On
Oh yeah.
one of the sort of sides, I imagine it's like, it's a door frame, it's flat, but there's no like decoration. It's just fully flat.
Mm-hmm.
There are 3-4 generations of names with like a little
Yeah.
pencil mark or a little like chisel mark to note the
Yeah.
height with the name and year of the person.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh
cute. I like
yeah.
that.
So like if
I like
you
There's like
look, there's like Marcus really faded, Hello age 12 really faded with some newer ones also.
mm-hmm.
Danny's
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
there you
yeah, I
see
like that.
Danny's 13-year-old pencil mark. It like comes like just up to probably like just above your waistline. Um I think also there's like a cork board that Mavis has pinned up the most recent art by her grandkids and great grandkids that she's been mailed. And there's like a family drawing by Henri's kids, of the 3 kids surrounded by Henri and Danny. Um, and it says, "I love my family," signed Alpho.
Oh, that's
Oh.
And
cute.
there's like 2 more that are identical but slightly different from the other kids.
But yeah, I think Henry continues cooking probably more quieter than usual than he usually is with Mavis in the kitchen when they're alone. Because he's taking in the situation not only with what Mavis was saying, but the reality that Mavis said more than one compliment or a compliment at all directed towards him, even though it was it was a
They were
little
still kind
Little
of backhanded,
backhanded.
but
yeah.
they were
Either way,
compliment.
it's not something that he's used to. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's taking it in, taking it
Yeah,
in.
so you guys continue cooking, and we're going to go really quick to Addie and Penny. So, um, I did get your uh investigation check, Addie.
Oh,
Penny,
I
do you
never
also
rolled
want to make
mine.
one?
do. What is this? Ooh, okay. It says 16. I'll put it in chat for you.
Okie dokie. So, you guys are snooping.
Can
You
I say
are.
something real quick?
What's up?
I just round of applause to Red for this meme they made in the news channel that I just
Yeah,
saw
that's so
when
good.
you put this shirt on there. That's all I wanted to say. Please
It's
continue.
That
It's
I'm
so
just the guy
funny.
that is fucking
Sorry for interrupting. I just had to let that
It's
out.
so good.
so fucking funny. You guys are snooping. You, you are very methodical about your snooping. First, you go through the first floor, of course, and you go through everyone's bedrooms. And there's old clothes, there's like little keepsakes, like, the collar with like a leather collar with, like a name embossed of it of like an old family dog. There's, little bits and bobs and keepsakes, textbooks from like one of the grandchildren who lived in the house and went to like magic college, and you like poke around in that. Um,
Nothing I
Penny,
haven't learned already.
yeah, nothing you haven't learned already. It's
It's
very
definitely
low,
evocation
very,
101.
yeah, it's like beginner level stuff. Penny, you're like poking around too, and like kind of taking in the fact that all of the kids that Mavis has had, and all of her grandkids, and all of her great grandchildren had had a life that you
Mm-hmm.
never got the opportunity to have, that
Mm-mm.
you never even got the barest whispers of knowing existed as you're walking through these halls, and you see in every inch of every room that you go through all of the love that Mavis and her husband had for their family, sorry. And that makes you kind of sad.
Yeah,
Um,
a little bit. Just a
yeah.
little jealous. A little
And
sad, a little jealous.
yeah. You're looking at family photos that are lining the wall, and by God, or they're portraits, not photos. You're
Yeah.
looking at portraits done lining the halls, and
I
like,
imagine
you
Penny's
know,
hands are like her fingers are just like trailing across the different picture frames.
yeah,
Um,
you see, like, um, uh, I guess Glass Force Village does have like a school. I don't know, funded by Mavis. I don't fucking know. And and you see, like report cards and a portrait of like, a regional fair from before the war held in Graycrest, and like framed golden ribbons from the famous Steel Do pigs, and how happy everyone looks. And Addie, you're seeing this too, and you are also having a little bit of the same emotions that Penny's having. That, you didn't get to have this at all. You didn't get a chance to know a mother like Mavis, a grandmother like Mavis, who you knew would do anything for you. And um you guys quickly go, you kind of make the unanimous, I don't know how to say it. Unanimous?
Unanimous?
unanimous.
Unanimous, thank you. Unanimous decision to kind of stop going through the bedrooms, because neither of you are liking what you see. And instead, you start poking through like the offices. There's multiple offices, I guess. Probably in the
Yeah.
house. And
On I
yeah.
fe- I imagine on like each floor there's like a small like community room with like an offshoot for like the parents to have some privacy while the kids are playing.
Like there's
Which could act
parlors and
yeah.
nurseries and playrooms and stuff. And there are the offshoot rooms like the tea room and the adult tea room and the den. And obviously there is the offices pretty much on every floor. And you're poking around the offices, and you're looking at like tax returns and ledgers for like births of certain animals and um estimates and very official looking documents for um like the farm and the produce and how much they put out, like the export and import. There's a lot of official stuff in here, a lot
Mhm.
of important documents. Danny's gonna have her hands full, but everything is organized pretty well. And you get to like the third floor. Is it okay if I say that this is your office, Kate, like Mavis's office, like her main one on the
Probably,
third
yeah.
floor? Yeah, like just an earshot of like the playroom, just in case, like, if Mavis was working in there, she could hear anything that was going on, any like, arguing, any like, and also the absence of noise, which is its own brand of uh-oh. Uh,
Yeah.
and poking around, you find small newspaper clippings that Mavis happened to keep from before the war started, basically. And you're like looking through all these old newspapers. They're from all around, basically, just kind of like, oh yeah, this is interesting to see like how the world used to be, what was going on for the war. There like the imports and exports that were going through Lotus River City before it turned into a farming community, how Gray Crest used to be, things like that. Like articles on the summer solstice celebration in Emermont City. Um, you know, uh, you even find articles about when the prince died and, the rising tensions, not when the prince died, but when the prince was kidnapped. And you can see, like, kind of like the mounting terror and uncertainty described in these newspapers from Prince Augustine's kidnapping to his subsequent death. And um, we're the three of us, four of us, are gonna hop into Juicebox Heroes really quick.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh boy.
Oh.
okay. Um,
Am I
okay,
coming with for
bye.
recording purposes?
Heroes.
Yes, that's why I said the four of us.
Okay.
Okay,
We love
Let's
them.
bye.
go.
I
Aw.
didn't think I would find secrets about my own character in here.
I mean,
It's
I was
about
expecting.
your character and just about something that's just gonna be for you guys to do what you will. Uh, per-
Okay.
uh, Perchance. So, you're poking around in these documents and these newspaper articles, just kind of looking around at, how the world used to be. And there is something that you find. And it is a article, front page article about a murder that happened about 25 years ago. And um you see this and your eyes go wide and you scan the paper, the articles before anything on it really makes a lot of sense because 25 years ago there was a murder, and the murder was for a Rifon Aurora. And in it says that he was murdered by his son, fuck, how did I say his name again? Marinellus. Yeah, Marinellus Aurora. And he was found by his uh and this murder was committed in front of Marinellus's little brother. And quickly drawn, it looks like, but printed still um fairly obvious for everyone to see, for the papers to see. And you don't know how it's a little obvious how Mavis forgot about this because it was 25 years ago, and
Mhm.
it a lot changes in 25 years. She's an old ass woman. She was an old woman when it happened. Um, but she kept this. And what it is that you can see a picture of the deceased, Rifon Aurora, an elf, a high elf, his son, um, Marinellis Aurora, and then the youngest son. And it is the spitting image of Leto.
No.
And we're gonna go back.
Leto.
That's
Leto.
that's what you find.
Oh, I'm gonna be finding Leto like immediately.
Yeah,
He
same.
is with Jeremy.
Too bad. Jeremy can shut the fuck up and get out of my way, gay boy.
Uh,
All right,
the,
I'm sorry.
the minute you were like, yeah, his mother was killed, I was like, wait a minute, I'm gonna flip back to Leto to the Leto Ember about his past life.
Hmm.
Huh.
Ye- Huh. You tricksy bitch.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, this is confusing, of course, because like,
Sorry.
a little
We're all
no,
going back.
yeah, we are. This is a little confusing. I'm just gonna say because like, Leto is human.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Would he
As
have any
far as
like?
we know.
Okay, weird. Does he have any like scarring on his ears?
Nope.
Does it describe you know, the spitting image, the little Marinellis murdered
Yep.
like his father in front of his little brother, who is the
Yep.
spitting image of Leto. In the
Yep.
picture, does this spitting image of Leto have elven ears or like human ears?
Human ears looks exactly like Leto.
Okay, either changeling or adopted, but that doesn't matter. I'm gonna go find Leto.
Okay, we're gonna go back.
Still talking. I'm like, wait, I need to know.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like,
So,
yeah. Unless you need to
armed.
bounce to someone, I'm going to immediately find Leto.
Yep.
Oh, whoa.
So, you and Penny share a look with each other, and what do you do with the article?
I take
I'm
it
gonna
with
take.
me.
Yeah. Okay. If you weren't, I was going to.
Yeah, you take it with you, and you track down Leto Smithson.
If like the door is closed or open, it doesn't really matter. I'll just like knock politely. Um, and like I'm not even waiting for the come in. I like knock, wait like a second, and then I open the door.
Leto looks at you and he's like, "Ah, Champion Addy. Um,
Sir Smithson, I need a moment of your time. It's important.
okay, that's fine." And he looks at Jeremy and is like, "You stay here. Um, we'll call you when dinner is ready." And Jeremy looks like he's going to like say something. He's like, "Nope, we'll call you when dinner's ready."
Wait, hold up. Does he have his action figures out? I just want to know if he has
Oh
Yes.
my
the Sihonavan
god.
crew down yet.
Okay, you're
If
right.
Addy sees the Addy action figure.
Even if he doesn't have the whole Donovan crew down, he absolutely has his Addy action figure out.
And I have a passive wisdom of 17.
How good does it look
There's
though?
They're
I don't
pretty
Oh
spot on,
boy.
I think.
I don't think Addie's expecting to see this, so I think instead of like her usual, presentation, her face just like, ugh, brother, ugh. Like it is a full like cringe. And as soon as Lito gets close to me, I grab him out the door, slam the door, and I am dragging him down the hallway. Like I'm like, ugh, huh. Why does he have an action figure? Ugh, why does he have an action figure of me? That's so gross. Ew, ew. Okay, gross aside, you need to see this. And I will So, okay, I was snooping. I will admit that. I was going through Mavis's things, but I think it's important. And I will hand him the article.
Yeah. So you hand Leto the article, and he does the same thing you do. He reads it. His eyes cross over it multiple times, and let me just roll something here. Cost. Hold on. Uh, okay. And you see his eyebrows furrow and confusion overtake his face, and he looks up at you and looks at Penny and then looks back at the article and says, "Is this some sort of a joke?"
I don't believe so, unless Mavis is want to making a fake newspaper that is appropriately aged and
Deal do press.
having it filed nicely just so we happen to maybe go through her stuff. I don't think it is. That would be too many coincidences for to be plausible.
What am I looking at here?
I do
This is
not.
my fate.
Yes. I don't like making like conjectures purely on hypotheticals, but were I to guess, and I would point to the name Miranellis, since this wanted poster was put up by you with the bounty by Miranellis, it is entirely possible that they are trying to lure you back to Cracas to talk, to finish the job and steal your identity, to try and confess their innocence. I think there are too many things it could be, but it feels like a lure to me.
Well,
Your
if it's a lure, it's definitely working.
Was your father's name Rifon?
No, not in the slightest.
Is he telling the truth?
Do an insight check.
I'd like to assist. Give Addie
Okay.
the help action.
Okay. I'll definitely take that. Okay. Yeah. It's yeah, stop that. Got a 19, so a 21.
Give me 1 second.
I love how Till and Penny, no, Penny and Addie have been like the ones on this specific case together. It's like we're gonna solve this mystery.
Yeah, so Leto appears to be telling the truth.
Hmm.
He seems very open. Um, it I wouldn't say Leto is exactly an open book, but this has caught him off guard enough that he is really easy to read at this point.
And you don't have a. Were you an orphan? Did you grow up with a twin? Perhaps. To be perfectly honest, Sir Smithson, I am spitballing. I do not know what the fuck is going on.
That makes two of us.
All I know is that it does seem important. And this Miranellis, if they have killed before, they will again. Perhaps they are
Yes, that's
trying to
for sure.
lure out their actual sibling.
Yes, this Zolchakos person.
But I can't help but wonder if it is a lure for yourself. It's hard to say. Again, I do not like making using hypotheticals in scenarios like these.
No, neither do I. It's concerning at the very least, and at the most, it's downright infuriating.
Just
And Leto says that, and he does seem to be. I want to say this is probably the most emotion that you have really seen from him. He plays the part of a stoic guard around Cricket very not around Cricket, around the Archmage very well. But it seems outside of her presence, he is more emotive than he appears to let on.
were we not going into an elemental plane, I would offer to accompany you to Greycrest. But seeing as how I will be indisposed, I would. If there is someone amongst the guard you can trust, perhaps asking for Trailerine to send them. To have someone at least watch your back.
Um, Leto kind of sneers, not at you, but he sneers at the mention of a guard he can trust, and um, says, "No, I'm not exactly popular amongst my fellow guardsmen. I don't have that luxury."
Then perhaps hiring a mercenary. I'm. Going into a situation alone could cost you your life. And you're too good of a man for that to happen. It would be a waste. Just
I
think on it, at the very least.
I will think on it. You have my word on that.
And should
I
the need
would
arise, you may borrow my sending stone to contact Trillerine.
thank you. Mostly I'm heeding your advice because Cricket is my only friend, and I would hate to go back to the castle in a body bag to them.
That would be a shame, yes, but in this moment I think you need to think more about your life. Though I suppose if it gives you some determination to survive and prevail, keeping in mind cricket, well, I'm not going to tell you not to if that helps.
And Leto, he just kind of sighs heavily, and it's just like, of all the things to happen.
Unfortunately, it's what it means to be alive. Life is a complicated, messy thing. We don't get to choose our
Especially when
battles, they
people,
find us wherever we are.
yes, It's especially hard when people start stealing your identity and your face.
Yes. Fuck, sorry, out of character, I just remembered I have the fucking doppelganger head still in my bag of holding. Motherfucking bitch ass fuckers.
Oh yeah,
Never
we
mind.
gotta find someone to ask you questions.
Penny, do you say anything to Leto? Ask any questions.
I think Penny, when she first saw the article, was more maybe disappointed, and I think her emotions kind of like cover it up as Leto starts to defend himself. As he and Addie speak. How old is the article?
Like 25
It
years old.
is dated, yes, it's dated 25 years ago.
Okay.
Or in, between the Six Blinds and Sihonavan even started.
Yeah. They use different names than before. Yeah, I don't think Penny has any information to add or question at the moment.
Okie dokie. With that, Leto, does he have a spell like that? Hold on. Let me check.
I did offer my sending stone to borrow, but like,
No, I wanted him to make a copy of that, but I don't think he has that.
damn,
Yo, what is...
he can make a copy of a thing? I want to know that spell.
Artificer.
I thought he had a spell like that. I don't think he does.
I'm
May I
pretty sure
forward it
there
to you?
there isn't a spell like that.
There isn't, right? I thought there was.
There's artificer infusions where you can replicate magical items, but that's the only thing that I know of.
An artifice is on
I'm
a
looking
banger
at
setting.
I'm looking at
Yeah.
Leto's list of spells that he has prepared. Your boy has a private sanctum prepared.
Ha!
Hey, private sanctum buddies!
Didn't know
What's
that.
up?
Kate, you did an awesome job on the art.
Oh,
Yeah, it
thank
looked
you.
really good.
It looks awesome.
But yeah. Leto takes the article, gingerly folds it up, and places it into his bag that he still has at his side. I don't know, his man person.
Fanny pack.
And he looks at you, Addie, looks at you, Penny, and says, "Thank you, the both of you, for bringing this to my attention. Now, you're really quiet. We could sneak past the room, and not till Jeremy dinner is done until everyone is finished eating."
There's actually a stair, like another set of stairs over this way, and it's like in the opposite direction. I say we go this way.
Good idea. Let's go. And you all retreat down. You all retreat downstairs. Ember and Till, was there anything you guys were doing other than sitting in silence?
We've been messaging each other back and forth about what's happening outside.
Okay.
The gist of it is that I think that when
I want to know.
it was truly just goofy shit. Just
I love that for y'all.
But
it started with Till got bored within 5 minutes, went, wanna play marbles. Ember went, I have something better, and started teaching Till knife Monopoly, and then they started wrestling.
Yes! Knife Monopoly!
So
Carson told me about this when you guys were over in Shadow and Juicebox Heroes, and it's the wildest shit I've ever heard.
So
And then
I've got
there
all
was
my
fighting and
fingers
claws and some elbows thrown.
So when we learn that dinner is ready, Ember and Till walk in and they are like
Covered in mud.
Mud scratches,
It's been raining
bruises.
outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like even though Till stopped with the rain, the ground's still muddy.
So Mud scratches, bruises. I think Ember has a black eye forming, and Till has like a nasty welt on their side.
Yeah. There's like clearly like a faint burn where Till like shocking grasp in response to something on Ember.
You two look like you've had fun. Do you want some help cleaning up?
Fakes like a dog. No.
I would like that actually.
Prestidigitation. So much prestidigitation.
Gets the mud off, does not get the bruises.
Yeah, I can prestidigitate myself, so I do that. I don't prestidigitate my shoes. I will track mud all over Mavis's house.
Thank you, Addie.
You're welcome. I'll prestidigitate the mud out of Mavis's house.
So prestidigitates it back.
Till? No.
I soil the cubic foot of floor.
Why?
I'm mad and petty.
Yes, I know, but I'm
Listen,
going to
Buddy's
get
another
into the-
section.
What's done is done. How about we all just sit down and have a nice dinner, okay?
Very well.
Okay.
Adding
Who's
neat
gonna
freak
volunteer
mode
to go
activated.
upstairs and get?
Sorry.
Who's gonna volunteer and go upstairs to get Jeremy so we can eat?
I punch him.
What's your problem with Jeremy?
Can I? Yes or no question. Can I punch him?
No, he's very
We
fragile.
have agreed. Hold on. We have agreed that we are just going to have a nice dinner first, and then Jeremy just can eat the leftovers.
Damn. Yo, let's go.
My reasoning is that he is a very realistic doll of me, and that's weird, and I don't want to be near him.
Oh,
Has
you saw his
what?
action. You saw his. Oh.
It's
I'll go break
it's
them. Till
me.
stands back up from the chair and starts moving off towards
From what I-
No,
the chair.
from what
no,
I've
It's like
heard on the
8 inches
grapevine-
tall. It is 8
From-
inches tall, and it looks like me when I was 17, which is also
what-
fucking weird.
From what I heard in the grapevine, Jeremy is he's a fan of the Champions of Us, and he has been making dolls in the past, and I guess he got it in his head to make some dolls of us, maybe.
The others are not as detailed. Henry. The others are not
Imagine
as
Ember's
detailed.
just picked up Till.
Yeah, is doing the thing where like he's holding on to the back of their shirt.
No, Ember, please let him go. It was fucking weird.
No, because
I want to vomit.
If Till goes up there and breaks the doll, Jeremy will know dinner is ready.
Oh,
Maybe-
fuck. Right.
Break it after dinner and sits back down.
Thank you.
Jeremy's harmless. I think would be fine if we just invited him down to dinner.
You don't. I don't want to know if he does anything with the doll, Henry. Do you want to ask him? Do you want to
I
volunteer
wouldn't
to
do
find out
anything
that
with the doll. It's
information?
too small.
It's 8 inches tall.
I will.
That's
I can go get
Hello?
him and swipe the doll. When he's not looking.
That sounds like a good idea. There you go, problem solved.
And then you can
These
you
are
can throw
acceptable
it,
terms and conditions.
and then you can throw it into a fire once we're out of here, Addie.
Excellent.
Henry keeps it to himself that he probably has like 10 other dolls.
Oh! And now, for sure, he's gonna be making an updated version of Addie. But
You just made it worse.
But Ember just
Addie doesn't know that though.
Yeah, Ember sighs and gets up and goes upstairs.
Hold on.
Jeremy?
Yeah?
I've been sent to tell you that dinner is ready.
Great. I can't wait. Here, I can bring down all of my action figures.
Maybe
You guys.
no, we that's not
No.
really necessary.
Are you sure? Because I have no trouble just
I-
talking to you guys.
We've been traveling a long time. We're not in the right don't have the right amount of energy to appreciate them fully.
Hold on, Ember. I've got this.
Just like where the
Where'd
fuck
you come from?
Maybe it's just appearing. I love that. I mean, she would be super quiet in her own house, to be real. That makes sense.
Yeah, she knows where all the squeaky planks are. I love the fact that I got the from Ember.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Irenaeus. What's his last? Steel do. Put your dolls down and get on that table right now before I sacrifice them to Tempest. You hear me?
Oh, yes, Grandma Mavis.
Thank you. Go wash up for dinner.
Yes, Grandma Mavis.
And hop to it. We're not waiting on you.
Yeah,
I
so,
don't see those knees moving. Heidi's,
I'm
Heidi's, come on, boy.
I'm going, Grandma.
Faster. I could walk faster than that on a bad day.
Man, I've missed Mavis.
Yeah, so you all wash up for dinner, other than Till,
I do. I will
and
try and swipe. I did make a. I
oh yeah,
did
you
say
can
I
do it
would.
no problem.
Cool.
You wait till Jeremy goes downstairs and like it's funny because you go into like the room that he's commandeered and you swipe one, and then like out of the corner of your eye you see like the closet kind of cracked open, so you like open it and there's just shelf upon shelf of these fucking dolls.
I'm killing him.
Addie, like, there's like a shiver goes down her spine. She's like, why am I afraid suddenly? Why has something terrible and dark been discovered?
Ember, please be sure you
Oh,
grab each and every one of them. I want them out of my house
I
as soon as possible.
do I question? Um, I have it in my inventory, but I don't know if I actually have it. The Well of Many Worlds.
I think you do have
I
it.
I
Oh
guess
no! The poor planes.
you can
They're
use
gonna-
it.
No, it's attached to Trailerines office.
Please.
It is
please.
not attached to Trailerines office.
How is it not attached to Trailerines office? We go
I
through
thought
it
it
and we
was.
go back.
Yeah, no, that's we put it in and we can go somewhere else.
We
I
don't go.
thought.
We don't
Yeah.
go to her office, but we do come back to the prime material when we use it.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
want them scattered around.
Ugh.
There was the only thing attached to Castle Dalen was I think Mavis's word of recall.
Oh, maybe.
Mavis had a word of recall on the Temple of Tempest in the capital.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, like in order to do this quickly, because I'm not shoving them in my bag. I will maybe throw down the Well of Many Worlds and just swipe them in.
They're just gonna be all
Sure.
scattered around the plane. We'll find them later.
Let me roll a d8. Really?
Oh no!
All right. Let me
no.
make a
No.
note of that.
No.
Let me make a note of that.
No,
My notes.
Because
no.
the well, it does say that the Well of Many Worlds can't be used again for 1d8 hours.
Oh yeah.
I will
So
be
that was
surprised. I will be surprised if we get the Beastlands done in under 8 hours.
I agree. Yeah, this is totally missed opportunity. We could have been using the well as a rubbish bin this whole time.
But I will snag, like I do it's like I'm suddenly realizing that I feel mean doing this to them. But
Yeah.
I don't.
also
It's creepy.
if Mavis was like, please get them out of my house, I'm like, okay. I will snag one Addie one so that Addie can throw it into the fire.
Thank you. You're such a kind soul, Ember.
Yeah, so you do this.
Excuse me while
I
I
have
add
made a
that
note
to my
where they ended
inventory.
up.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I want
I
to
have
know where
made a
they
note
ended
where
up
they ended
so
up.
bad.
Oh, you'll find out. Um,
No!
not anytime soon, but you will find out. Let me make sure I
We're
pin
gonna
that
have a mini
actually,
game
so
for
I
the
don't.
rest of the campaign to find all of these dolls.
We should have a
And
one shot
you
centered around it
you
where
guys go downstairs
I,
to
I now
eat
have added
dinner.
one one Addie, one 17-year-old Addie figurine.
The worst part is like the
God.
17-year-old version of her. That's like the
Yeah.
yo,
worst.
y'all hear me out with the weird way time is. Imagine it ends up in the Feywild during TN. What the heck?
Please, Jen, please, I beg. It's so fucked up.
I'm
That'd be so
fucking.
good.
You absolutely bet I am.
Yeah!
I'm making those things
So
Oh
cursed
boy.
objects.
This is so
Oh boy.
cursed.
Anyway, you guys
Imagine if
go
that
downstairs and eat dinner. Is there any conversations you guys have while you're eating dinner?
There needs to be some Jeremy centered conversation, of course.
No, I don't want to
I
voice
think
him.
I think Mavis interrupts Jeremy every time he tries to start a conversation, by going, by just saying, "Addie, did you like your tour of the house?"
Oh, that does feel
Addie,
mean.
who's like totally like. Hold on. um. Can I roll a deception check or a persuasion check to convince Mavis I wasn't snooping around the house?
You can roll a deception check,
Okay.
and Mavis
The
will have to roll
the
insight.
the
That was a
baseline
14.
is Mavis didn't see Addie or Penny for like a hot minute, and then suddenly they were like thundering footsteps to like the second floor where Jeremy is, and then they stopped for a minute, and then they were both up there when they were called down for dinner. She was like, they must have been exploring. How kids.
Oh, I have a thing really quick. No,
Uh,
I can wait.
um,
Mine was a 14.
there was a 10 to insight. No, persuasion. That would have been a 10. Persuasion slash deception.
What? Why would it have been
Or
persuasion?
no, insight. No, that would have been a 16 insight.
Oh,
I forgot who was rolling what.
Oh, I also got a 16.
Tie. Defender steals. No, defender wins.
So do I lie?
Yeah. You are able to stump Mavis,
Interesting.
I believe.
I wasn't looking around at all. Mavis, these mashed potatoes are absolutely divine. Really, what is your recipe?
Oh well, I actually it's actually a trick Henri taught me. See, you add a little cheese to the mashed potatoes to make them even thicker and creamier.
I want to use 3 different types of cheese, actually. One for flavor and one for texture. Really helps out. And a
the third
third to
one.
really define the rest of the flavor.
Okay. I
The
do.
third secret cheese.
A third secret cheese that you'll find out later.
Yes.
um,
Especially if you're lactose intolerant.
my small thing though is that I imagine when I came back down from ridding the house of the dolls of the action figures is that Jeremy was probably going for Ember's seat, which was probably next to Addie. Which is the point where she's like where like Ember just appears very menacingly behind him and is like, "That's my seat."
Yeah. Sorry.
So Jeremy, how long have you been staying in Glass Village?
What year? What month is it? It's been a couple of months now.
Yo, you're playing Jeremy so good. Oh, I see. Are you looking for a job nearby? Are you got a new idea
No.
coming
Why would I
up?
be doing
Or
that?
you said you've been here for a couple of months now, Jeremy. I know you haven't been a guard for quite some time. I just wanted to know what your next big step is, I guess.
Probably my endeavors with. One of these days I'm gonna invent something that's gonna be big all across the Argoset Peninsula.
Mm. I mean, do you have an idea in mind what that might be, or
am I good at these? Um, Something that's going to catch on like wildfire. Uh,
Hmm.
Haven't found it yet.
Waiting for
yeah, because
inspiration
your
to
boy
strike.
can't think of anything. I'm going to design customized wizard wands for all the wizards here in Sihonavan.
Bro got his Etsy page coming up. Why would I go hard though? Not gonna lie. Um.
Well, the
The
problem with that is that magic users typically carve their own wands, and they're specially made with the magic user in mind more most of the time, and that there are
So they're
masonries and
already
carpenters. There's already a market for it, and it's
mm.
been filled solidly by actual professionals.
He's just convinced that this is something new and different.
I see. I see. Hmm.
I don't think I think Addie doesn't catch that and just like immediately kind of like looks at him like he's a little stupid, but it's like more of the that won't work. The carving of a wizard's first wand is incredibly important to attune the wizard to the wand itself. Picking up any old piece of wood and carving it yourself takes away from the action
Yeah,
of the bond
I know what I'm
itself.
doing. I know what I'm
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but I
really?
know what
Really?
I'm doing.
Are you a wizard?
I think
No, but how hard could it be? It's just
I think
getting your
I think
study
Ember
going.
is like holding on to, and tell me if this is not cool, Moss, but is holding on to Addie's arm under the table as like a don't do it, don't do it.
Oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Really?
Do it.
Speaking of speaking of carvings, I was told that you had a really detailed Addy figure made upstairs.
Henry!
Phil kicks
And
Henri under the
Lito goes,
table.
and Lito goes, yeah, no, we're not talking about that. And Jeremy starts speaking. He's like, no, shut up. Anyway, um,
My man Lito! Saving my ass! I love this guy!
Lito has heard enough, and he's like, Andre, no, we're not talking about that.
I was just curious
Mavis,
about it. I
this,
didn't have a chance to see
um,
it.
Good.
you don't want to, and the Lito goes, Mother Mavis, this goose is absolutely delicious. Uh, where did you get it? Was it at the butcher shop? I'm not much of a cook myself, but I've been trying to learn for you remember cricket for cricket, even though they don't eat much meat.
I'm so sorry, I missed most of that conversation. I was thinking
Lito
about
is
what
like,
Penny was.
where? Oh, sorry.
I was in Penny mode. I'm like, wait, what?
Lito was asking Mavis where did he get the goose? Was it like a butcher shop? Did she like shoot it herself? He's been trying to cook more for Cricket, basically, even though Cricket is primarily a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we have our own flock of geese here over at the aviary that we raise. They migrate south for the winter months and then they come back. Once they age about 2 or 3, really get some fat on their bones, that's when we pick one and, take it to the old chopping block.
Fascinating. I've never actually done much of that myself before. I lived in Grey Crest and then I moved to Nova Ether for my guard training. Um, I have to get this recipe, and on my way back from Grey Crest, I have some business there. I'll be sure to buy a goose or two.
Absolutely, young Sir Smithson. Uh, Speaking of, I have a strange recollection of you or a family member. Hold on, it's coming to me. It's coming to me. It's on the tip of my tongue
Digging through your notes.
as I'm going back through
My
to
You
mind
can
a
just look up
cannot.
text from
Smithson.
from
You can just look up
2022.
Smithson.
I
You
found
can just
it because
look
I
at
pinned it.
Smithson.
I looked it up because I pinned it.
Okay.
Are you related to Daniel Smithson at all? He had a great granddaughter who died some years ago, but I couldn't help notice the shared name.
Um, everyone roll an insight check.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh god. 12?
Okay,
Oh, wow.
Mavis's
Oh,
insight
wow.
is a plus
Oh,
8.
wait. No,
Oh.
22. I got
Oh,
21
fuck
and
yeah,
19 plus
Till!
3, guys.
Mavis is a what is that? That's a 27 insight.
That
Rolling for
is.
Penny.
Yep.
God, this must be.
If everyone could put
Penny got
into the roll 20, please.
Sorry, what is this insight for exactly?
Against Leto.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Man,
Mavis
we are
inquired about a
fucking.
Daniel
Oh
Smithson,
my god, bro.
and
I don't
I'm rolling,
got shit,
rolling
maybe.
ass today. I got a nat 1 on that.
Oh.
idiot.
Henri's too concerned about the compliments Mavis keeps giving and the credit she keeps
Yeah,
giving
right?
on his cooking.
Guys, I think Mavis is gonna pass away tonight in her sleep, bro.
Guys, something's off.
Hey,
She know it's coming.
don't claim my theory. I'm the one who said that first.
She's not gonna
No.
die in her sleep tonight. It's gonna be
Tonight.
tomorrow night after you guys leave.
Mavis, you are the only one who sees this.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
You're the only one who sees this.
Mm-hmm.
Leto, his right eye, twitches just slightly. And he says, Daniel Smithson, yes, that was my, my great grandfather, I believe.
Oh, 2 greats.
I wasn't aware he was so prolific that you would know him.
Oh, when you get to my age, you start to remember the people who make it as well.
Interesting. And that's pretty much all Leto says for like the rest of the meal.
You do have his eyes, I can say. I'm surprised I didn't recognize it earlier.
I'm sure I do.
Jeremy, eat your cabbage.
Grandma, it's gross.
Eat it? I want to see a clean plate, or no brownies for you.
Yes, Grandma.
Good boy.
But is there anything else anyone wants to talk about for the night that does not involve Jeremy?
I do I do want to glance over at Till's plate and see if as Mavis, and see if they've eaten at all.
No. They've been basically poking at everything.
Ruh-roh.
No, he's a growing boy.
I must feed the young.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
I'm fighting the urge to be like, Tilly, you should also eat as well, and be like, no, wait, I'm not Till's grandmother. I have no right.
Maybe Henry would say it.
I don't know if that's gonna go well.
Till, is the food all right? Do you need me to reheat it for you?
I'm just not hungry.
All right.
I can make you something else if you want, Till.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
If you change your mind later, you can have some of my brownie.
Thanks, Penny.
Mavis, this goose is so delicious.
I made that, you know.
You know how like when a child takes in like
Yeah.
something they don't like and they decide they don't like it anymore, they just kind of drop it out of their mouth onto their plate. Penny does that.
Yeah, no.
You do that, and Hunter
Mm.
just says you can't unsay the words you said.
Glare at Henri. I will kill you in your sleep.
You will do. You will
And
do so
Lito
with
goes,
my.
now, settle down, children. And
You will
Henri.
do so with my goose in your belly.
I didn't swallow it.
You've eaten half the goose, but okay.
If you'll excuse me, I think I'm going to go for a walk around the town.
Okay,
Do
try
you
your best
want
not to scare the locals too much.
do you want someone to come with you?
I would love some company, Tilly.
Say, please don't go.
Can't just go alone, take this.
Take a friend.
Yeah.
If you don't want to go alone, you can take Jeremy with you.
I don't need a penny doll swirling around anywhere.
I was gonna say
That's
there
the
might
last thing.
there's probably already one in the works. Knowing his
So
dedication.
The
You
like
start
the
making a
goose
sketch
are
and enter.
turning. You could see it in his eyes. Yeah, I feel like Jeremy, like, sure, looks at everyone, but like hasn't stopped looking at Addie.
Oh, for
And
sure.
Addie is just like probably conversing with Ember and like very trying to pointedly ignore him.
Jeremy, don't stare now.
I think like Ember
I'm
is
not
also
staring.
is also like sensing Addie's discomfort, is like deliberately trying to block his view whenever he's trying to lean around. It's like nope, 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 nope,
Please
nope.
note that Till has been poking at the food and just glaring death at Jeremy the entire dinner.
Okay, so eventually dinner winds down. You guys have dessert. Till you and Penny have left pretty much in the middle of it.
I think I would have
And
punched Jeremy if I had stayed.
yeah,
I
and
could sense there was some tension on
and
multiple accounts. Sorry.
and I don't know if you guys want to have some like after dinner talk before we switch over to Till and Penny. Um, but for the most part, it's getting late. You guys did just fly in after a 3 days journey. Mavis starts to distribute not distribute. Well, yeah, distribute you guys into rooms, guest rooms, previous like children's room. Honorary, you have your own wing, pretty much in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you guys start to bed down for the night, unless anyone wants to do anything other than Till and Penny.
I think all Addie would do would be to check on the griffins to the best of her
Mhm.
ability.
I
But
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Henry
Needs a
Henry would
minute.
quickly want to discuss something with Addie and Ember at the dinner table, just in regards to what we were gonna do with the head, if we were gonna do anything with that, or
The doppelganger heads.
yeah.
I don't have speak with dead prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
But
literally.
what would we ask it is what I'm wondering. Because and obviously before we were in a hurry to do it to find Mavis, but now that Mavis is here and safe. Do we still need to ask it anything, or do we still want to, or?
Trying to see what else out about.
Paragon.
Oh.
How they survived.
Mavis, you don't have speak with dead, right?
Let me check.
Kind of
I
dig out
happen
the
to have
Mavis
it.
character sheet.
Yeah, for real. I do have it prepared.
Oh, you do have it?
All right.
Just by circumstance, I have it prepared.
Out of character, given the fact that it's
Right,
in
well,
the night,
before,
that's probably a next session thing.
Yeah.
yeah, the one thing I did want to do, when you all went to bed, because I know it's nearing midnight. The one thing we can go back to Till and Penny, or this can be like during when you guys are talking about the whatchamacallit, the Speak with Dead, but um Ember,
Yeah.
your ears pick it up first. Your ears pick it up first, and when you hear it, it makes you shudder with fear because you can hear owls in the distance of wolves. And the rest of you hear it.
Are Penny and I not in
And
the house? Are Penny and I out of the house when this happens?
I mean, everyone can hear it. This
I-
is either happening at night when you all are in bed, because I was trying to like gear towards that, or before, but it doesn't really matter when it happens because we're about to end anyway. I just wanted to get this out. Um,
I think
but you all hear, hmm?
I think what people see then, like if Ember's the one that pick it up first, like they're talking and like maybe walking past a window when Ember just and is like
Yeah.
looking out
So
the window.
you got, and it's coming from the direction of the forest because Ember, you are in fact within range of the exact amount of territory that the lycanthropes told you to never step foot in again. And
So
the house
she's
to
been
you,
hyper aware of that the entire time.
yeah, and you thought maybe for a moment that they forgot the grudge, that maybe they didn't, since you were in here, but the howls that you can hear are bloodthirsty. They are, you can tell just from the shifter party, from being around these um wares, that these are howls of happiness because a hunt has begun. A bloodthirsty hunt that will end, that that they will want to only end in one way, with your blood spilled across the forest floor and your head on a spike. And I think that's where we should end it for today.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Is there any way we have time for
Boy.
the Till and Penny conversation if they want to get out of the way or no?
Do you guys want to do that?
I mean, I guess it depends on if the wolves are jumping while Petty and Till are out or not.
Could always be something where it
'Cause
starts after the conversation.
Yeah, as you guys
Yeah.
like, after you guys come home.
Yeah. Just want to give you guys the opportunity to do that scene if you
could
guys
we
really
do the
wanted to.
conversation next week? My head's hurting.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah. I also have to be up at 5 tomorrow morning for work.
Oh God.
Oof, dude,
Yeah.
that sucks.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and
Alright,
Alright.
stop
so
the recording.
sure
Bye.
fitting.